Welcome to the show. Good morning, Liberia. My name is Sekou, and indeed I'm Sekou Sharif. Coming up, we're going to give you the lineup of what exactly we're going to be doing this morning on the show, list of guests, and what are some of the things we're going to be talking about today on the program. Invite someone to listen. Tell someone that we are on the radio. We're about to discuss the issues that matter. Martin Luther King, African soldier. African soldier. African soldier. African soldier. Basharu, African soldier. Basharu, you be African soldier. Can I count the African soldier? About Tokunde, African soldier. Africans, don't show your power. Show your power, free your people now. Economic hazard, assist your people. From political nonsense, you save your people. From economic rubbish, assist your people now. From political abyss, assist your people. From economic jargon. You need to save us some economic jargon from political nonsense, from all that's happening in Liberia. Let me say good morning to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us as usual. This is where we converge to talk about the issues that matter to Liberia. And it feels good every time to come so committed to what we love doing. And let me join my colleague, my dear brother, Ben Tupa. Ben, good morning.
Good morning, CEO, and good morning to the Liberian people who've tuned into the biggest media empire, Voice of Liberia. I'm glad to be on the show.
It's good to see you this morning. Very energetic. I said, how did your day go on yesterday?
My day was great. It was wonderful, and I'm grateful to God for the gift of life. I'm glad to be here, CEO.
Okay, sounds great. It's good to see you this morning. We've got a lot to talk about. At 9 to 10, um, we have of us Representative Sumo Moluba. He's going to join us, so we'll talk more about his district, the legislative politics, and he's one of the lawmakers that we saw wearing the yellow.
The yellow
Yeah,
suit.
we want to know what gave birth to such an idea, what benefit it brings to the country, and seeing lawmakers wearing dominant yellow and parading, showing all those kinds of stuff and all of that. And we're going to talk more about some national, issues, by the way, on the show. So he's going to join us at 9 o'clock this morning, moving forward. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll have the CEO and founder of Liberia Labor and Governance Alliance, George S. Tengbe, will be our guest. George has been pushing the issue about, some ills he sees and feels that in the labor ministry and some other issues relating to workers in Liberia. So he's going to join us here. He has different idea about the way things are happening about workers in some other areas, and he's going to join us this morning. We're going to talk about it. But before that time, Ben, did you follow what really transpired on the grounds of the Ministry of Transport on yesterday?
Yes, I follow CEO. I follow closely, and that sent a very strong message out there. Uh, Workers of the Ministry of Transport were protesting, especially that statutory responsibility of the Ministry of Transport, the driver license, the vehicle license plate, and all of that. that has been sold out to quote unquote Liberia traffic management something that we're told that Gregory Cuomo have some financial benefit along with Waka and others. And so the workers have been protesting because automatically they are taking bread from the mouths of so many Liberians who were in that particular department at the Ministry of Transport. And so why those people were protesting, Josiah Joker went there and he was booed. The people bullied him. He was booed. So that sent a very strong message to you. This is the guy that have been beating his chest. He's been acting like the mini version of Joseph Boaka all over the place. He did the same thing at MCC. He did the same thing at the Capitol building. He did that thing across the government. He's been chest beating. And so yesterday sent a very strong message to you. The people boo at him, and they send a very strong message. And more of these things will happen to you as we get closer to 2029.
It is very interesting, Ben, because of the time. So we're going to take that as our major conversation. Tomorrow we'll talk about this land issue across the country. So I saw a readout by a Liberian journalist, Charles Yates, and it caught my attention. Um, I want us to play the video here first. Let's play you the video of this lady, Charles Yates, a Liberian journalist, said that lady is his mother, according to him. Is it the video? Is it, I think no, the last one. Okay, no, not that one. You want to go? You want to open and let's see what it is. So in that video, Ben, a lady is being heard expressing her frustration, and the letter that was posted by Charles is, and he said that lady is one of the committed supporters of Unity Party. She's been working for 13 years at the Ministry of Transport. She supports Unity Party. She led, no, not the video there. She led most of the first one you took? Yeah. The second one? Yeah. Okay, try, let's see. Most of the protests that took place, most of the very good. Most of the protests that took place during the George Weah administration, those protests were being led by her. Even though any of the officials that they appointed at that ministry, they love the way she carries out herself, she carries out her function. But this lady now is disappointed in the manner and form the way they are about to take jobs from them, because it's just clearly and openly clear that about 200 plus Liberians will be put out of job just to satisfy. If you get the news that we're getting about this traffic management process and who are those that are going to be benefiting, it is very sickening, very, very sickening. But let's play the video. I want us to play that video. Let's play the video. Liberians should listen. Play the video.
You voted for them.
Oh, sorry for the words you use. No, yeah.
We are happy. They're making millions of dollars. They don't want to watch chicken for us. What's that? What would that in a way that will not to be having a drop? What I bring my kids at risk? How has it?
The minister is saying that this will not affect your job. You guys will continue.
That's all I know.
To stop you from working?
No, they're bringing here for liberty, so let's succeed. They don't fear some people. They are lying to us. And we're not going to take it. We're not taking it to jail. We're not taking it to tomorrow.
So, how long you been in the ministry?
I've been since 13 years. 13 years.
And this is the first of it kind for you seeing.
I started yesterday. Don't right now.
You said don't minister right now?
But
no, the man, we saw the minister car going with speed. We saw the minister car. Did he say that to you?
Me personally and my friend. We say you're friend with president of fire. But you want the president of fire for the suffer for what?
So 1 or 2 is here.
Asking for the leadership.
1 or 2 is here to mean the leadership of transport.
I want you to play that again so that play.
You voted for them.
For what the woman said was, you were disappointed.
We're working out what we are happy. They're making millions of dollars. They don't want to watch chicken for us. What's that? What would that in a way that will not to be having a drop? What I bring my kids at risk?
How has it?
The minister is saying that this will not affect your job. You guys will continue.
That's all I know.
To stop you from working?
No, they're bringing here for liberty, so let's succeed. They don't fear some people. They are lying to us. And we're not going to take it. We're not taking it to jail. We're not taking it to tomorrow.
So, how long you been in the ministry?
I've been since 13 years. 13 years.
And this is the first of it kind for you seeing.
I started yesterday. Don't right now.
You said don't minister right now?
No,
the man,
we
saw the minister car going with speed. We saw the minister car.
Did he say that to you?
Me personally and my friend. We say you're friend with president of fire. But you want the president of fire for the suffer for what?
So 1 or 2 is here.
Asking for the leadership.
1 or 2 is here to mean the leader. You voted for them.
We're working out what we are happy. They're making millions of dollars. They don't want to watch chicken for us. What's that? What would that in a way that will not to be having a drop? What I bring my kids at risk?
How has it?
The minister is saying that this will not affect your job. You guys will continue.
That's all I know. The CSA director has a problem here 3 times.
To stop you from working?
No, the problem here that liberty so let them succeed. They don't fire some people. They are lying to us. And we're not going to take it. We're not taking it to jail. We're not taking it to
So,
borrow.
how long you been in the ministry?
I've been here since 13 years. 13 years.
And this is the first of a kind for you seeing.
First time here yesterday. Don't right now.
You said no minister right now?
No,
The
I
man,
mean, you
the
like
man,
for him to discuss
we
it.
saw the
So
minister
you
car
coming out
going
like
with
this?
speed.
We
saw the minister car.
Did he say that to you?
Okay. Ben, before you come in with your analysis, there are things I want to say. Let me just read this post from our own good friend and brother, Liberian journalist, investigative Liberian journalist. This is what he wrote 10 hours ago, or maybe above such. And, last night I called him and I wanted to find out. And I said, he was really, he was in bed. And I said, Charlie, is it true that the Uma is your mother, biological mother? He said, yes. Now I'm not trying to look at it different. She's a Liberian. And, we give her all respect. And she's a mother, that we all need to respect. I'm just trying to give you a background of what it is. And it takes someone to do what even Charles did, to post the reality about something involving your biological mother. It's not in any way bad stuff I'm trying to say. Now, let me read what he posted. And then we go to it. And what I'm going to read is going to give us the entire understanding of who she is, who she supports, how long she has been supporting, if whether she's a diehard sedition or unity partisan. Now, it reads, today, I watched my mother, who is an employee of the Ministry of Transport, in a very distressed mood. My mom, who is a strong supporter of the rescue government, job is on the line. I remembered how she campaigned for the Unity Party in 2023, and she formed part of every protests that were organized against the CDC government. At the time, even though she was an employee of the government, parenthesis open, civil servant, it closes. you what the ministry posted, and we will start the conversation from this point. You see, this is what the ministry posted. It says Ministry of Transport, Warren and Gurley Streets, Monrovia, Liberia. Date March 3rd, 2026. Public survey announcement. Without reading announcement for y'all, it's just because of the nonsense they put in the announcement is what we want to read for the Liberian people to get. We're not reading it for y'all. We are not reading public survey announcement for the Ministry of Transport, but we're just reading the nonsense that you put in the public survey announcement that we want the Liberian people to know. Because we cannot read it for you people, because including the minister, Salif Tyler, is a mess. This is a man that breaks. He understands everything. He could bring change to the ministry, but he's the worst of all. In fact, he's one of the persons that even undermined other ministers that were there, thinking that he's the best guy. Coming there now, he has desperately performed. Only thing he knows to chase little girls. That's why he knows. Let me read for you. The Ministry of Transport hereby informs the general public that effective Friday, which is this week, February 20, I think it has passed. February 28, 2026, all individuals who have completed payment for their vehicle registrations and driver's licenses are kindly requested to kindly proceed to the National Transit Authority, NTA, tomorrow, March 4th, 2026, beginning at 10 a.m. to pick up their respective documents. This temporary exercise ends Wednesday, March 11, 2026. The Ministry of Transport is no longer processing vehicle registrations and driver's licenses. For the continuation of all processes related to vehicle registrations and driver's licenses, the public is strongly encouraged to engage directly with the Liberia Traffic Management Incorporated. The Ministry of Transport appreciates the cooperation of all citizens in ensuring a smooth transition and continued compliance with national transport regulations. May your background is now. With what I've read, you know what it says to me? It says to me, sometimes when I speak and everything, we're in the holy month of Ramadan. When I speak and then people, some of these things, it hurts me a lot to see people that you expect, people that claim that they understand governance, behaving the way they are behaving. So now we are asking, because this entire thing is being supported by this puppet of a president called himself Joseph Boakai. The man is looking for his retirement benefit. So they are using all institutions that will give them the retirement benefit. Make this to make sense to anybody. Does that make sense? You take one of the major functions of a government institution and take that and give that to a private company. So what's going to be the function of the Ministry of Transport? Is Boakai in his own sense having sense of reasoning? Is he having sense of reasoning? Does that make sense? Then how did we reach at this point?
It's very troubling, CEO. Very troubling. Very troubling.
When
Now,
you
that's
talk,
the reason why.
you call the man this, you not respect the man and everything. When the man himself, he doesn't respect himself.
Obviously so.
It doesn't make sense, man. How will you go take Take the Ministry of Transport. One of the major functions of the Ministry of Transport, and say you will give it to a private company. What she brings to the table. What is it that she's doing that the ministry, you could not upgrade the ministry or instruct the ministry or allow that company to work along with the ministry to do it? Just because Gregory Coleman, that funny looking young man,
Exactly.
where they want to look for retirement benefits for Joe Boakai and his children. So they are putting this country, making us to go through what we are going through, and say they take. Now, do you know how many Liberians been that this government is taking out a job? They don't care.
No, they don't care at all.
They don't care. So more than 500 Liberians are going to go home without jobs.
Exactly.
But United Party sees it as something that is good. You listen to our mother that spoke. She's a staunch member and supporter of Unity Party. She's going to go home without job. When we say these things, people say, well, they want to know about you being what? Because they think it is affecting even those of the people that supported this puppet of a president. Yes. Even the very people that supported this puppet of a president. I've never believed in seeing Joe Boakai as a president. I've never believed in seeing him as a president because all of his decisions are all wrong. He has never taken decisions in the interest of this country.
Never, never.
He does what that pleases him, that bring benefit to his table. This is a man, his children are flying. When somebody says, oh, you envy the people, no one envy anybody. But where Joe Boakai Jr. got money from to be flying private jet? They tempted that could not even buy himself a good vehicle.
Yeah.
He's purchasing a watch that costs 100,000 in Europe. When someone speaks about it, oh, he envy the person. No one is envying anybody. But what we are saying here is using our country, enrich themselves and our relatives and their supporters while they are dashing the hope of Liberians. If anything did not catch your attention, what that old lady said, Ben, it should catch your attention. Can you imagine someone that worked with an institution for 13 years in any Syrian country? They are the people that you rely on for knowledge.
Exactly. The experience matters.
Because they understand the workings of the institution. But that woman has been treated like just one mere person. They don't care that they will remove her because they want to satisfy Gregory Coleman and set the pension benefit for this old man called Joseph Boakai and his children. How are we mortgaging our country to that level? What else he needs? This old man has been able to bring calamity over our country. He brought untold suffering. People are living in abject poverty. Eating has become an achievement. People are no longer having hope. The hopelessness has taken over our country, where people are going to bed with hunger. Yesterday, he cares nothing about it. He moves around with serene all around. When Liberians are living in abject poverty, he cares nothing about it. There's an old man that you, like for example, and when you say these things, they don't want to hear, but we'll say it. There's an old man that is just 2 feet or maybe a feet away from his grave. is the one that is making and taking decisions in our country the way he's doing.
It's a wicked old man.
But trust me, like people will say, Liberians will come out at the appropriate time. Because this is total, it is just a total nonsense in a sense where you go to the working site, people are complaining, people are taking the rights of the people are not protected. What government Ben would do that to say you will look at your citizens? You saw what happened when the missile arrived or it hit somewhere in Dubai. The government of Dubai, they said they will pay for all the expenses for everyone in Dubai that stay in hotels up to when they will have all the things settled and everything. If that could be in Liberia, this puppet of a president, very unserious old man who is the president of our country, will do nothing about it. Because if this man can
Nothing
look
to
at
do.
the poor people and take them out of job, what next do you think he will do?
Well, guys, a wicked man.
No, the old man wicked. Then the old man is wicked. We have never seen anyone that is wicked as compared to this old man. Ben, if you don't know, if you see the old man run away, in the simple Liberian, run away. The man wicked. The man is extremely wicked. When you ask the man, he doesn't care. People demolishing people's homes, he don't care. They're doing all kinds of things, he don't care.
The man said, go in making new land.
The man said the money he did not get, he won't get it now. Can you imagine our country? Hey man, Ben, you really think if you have the opportunity to sit with other nationals and you guys start to discuss about your countries and you come and tell the people, say, well, my country took the vigor issues and everything from the approved authority to another private company and everything. They just tell you, say, but brother, your country not zero. You
Exactly.
need
They
to
wouldn't take it serious. On a serious
Yeah,
note, serious.
that thing makes sense. Let me hear you on this. That thing making sense to you. Not being a simple Liberian. That thing making sense to you.
CEO, the
Say
thing made no sense. The thing
they
made
play
no
what is
sense.
supposed to. They say, for example, okay, let's just put it in a way, right? Like we're not against our brother name, but we didn't say it. Like the way you have the gay, they say men
Yeah.
supposed to woman, right?
Yeah.
Then somebody can tell you say men supposed to see men. You know
I
within
think
yourself, men supposed to see woman.
yeah.
But then somebody can tell you say men supposed to see men. Then it's like someone is speaking out. They are speaking out of their head.
We throw blow. We throw real country blow.
Ain't no the blow you can do that. You put it. You put it. You do it. Everything. You say come and then everything.
And the country blow.
That the thing the woman doing to her. You look at government institution that was being formed by legislation, by the legislature, and say this is the function of this government ministry to regulate. And you say no. Then you are muted. You say no.
Okay.
You say you don't want it. You say the ministry, yeah, you're supposed to be dormant. So what next now the Ministry of Transport gonna be doing now?
Then
What
you
they
get
gonna be
one
doing?
talk confusing to the people. The people are employed in specific department. The CEO of our MCC, I'm assigned in the solid waste department. Then I woke up one soon morning. The HR said, no solid waste department in the MCC again. Automatically, I'm out of job. It's clear. I mean, I don't have a job. So
You know
why
what's
would you
on to me?
cosmeticize the people up?
You know what's on to me? They say maybe the people only be focusing on the flights or the ship.
Yeah. how many planes coming in the country? How many ships coming in the country in the
So
first place?
Ministry of Transport will just be there. So it's like they're trying to dissolve the Ministry of Transport. Is Ome Boaka really to his senses? Come on now, let's think about this. This is the major function of the Ministry of Transport.
Exactly.
You are taking that away from the Ministry of Transport. So come on, think about this. How do you expect them to go about, what they're supposed to do? The only thing you're going to be paying Salif Tala
That's all.
free. Free. You ain't going to be doing anything. That other man is a disappointment to Liberia. That ball acted as if to say he knew everything about that place. That if you put him there, he would change the ministry from where it is to heaven.
Yeah. All he did was to undermine his boss at the time.
Oh, he undermined all of his bosses that were there to bring the Lagos.
Yeah.
The 18-year. Sometimes rape can take place to some places, but people don't go after it. But then the children inside they can agree to it because poverty is control. The people then the poverty rate is high.
Very high to you.
Took most of the young girls, small girls, employ them. So bulk of them now will go out of job. Joe Boy, they're not old men to play with. Listen to what our mother said. Why will you, Mr. Boyka, why will you even allow this thing to go on? Why? What benefits it brings to the country? The ministry itself can generate up to $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million in support to the budget. So if the ministry is generating up to, for example, up to $6 million, you've taken that sole authority to another company. You know what's going to happen? They're going to share that amount of money. So if the ministry is supported, generating $6 million, it goes directly to the government consolidated account. What's going to happen now? When it generates that $6 million, $3 million will go to the government consolidated account. Balance $3 remain with the company, and some goes to the account of whosoever of the president.
Exactly, that is the
So
deal.
he has this as the retirement place to improve and put some money for the president and everything. This old man is wicked. Joseph Boyka is wicked. If they say we are not in the fast month, I come to just tell him something that he needs to hear. But we're in the holy month of Ramadan. So I let him be, but he's wicked.
He's a wicked man to you. Boyka is a wicked man. It's a very wicked man.
Ben, you see the old man run away.
Exactly to you.
The old man, he's wicked. What I've heard and how they've intended to use this like broad traffic management thing or blah, 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 blah. My brother, I just don't pay money for Joseph Boyka and relatives.
That's all.
So what different are the traffic management team bringing out? At least what kind of sophistication and everything, man?
What's different?
Ben, sometimes the thing can head to the extent you just won't hold the people.
Seriously,
you bring it in for you say, can't answer the question. You get sense in your head, something wrong with you to look at whole country, and you go take the traffic management thing and go give it to a foreign company. Or someone told me, they say one ball, he came from America, the ball gets so camera on him. When talking to you, get camera on everything. Different elaborate traffic management, everything. Get camera. I can't go up in there. Great. The day of Mama Bemi, I give up with Joe Boyka.
I give up. Minutes doing it also see you. Yeah, that private son here. Our own country, the country for all the military that are private land saying that somewhere. They
will say to you, say, Ben, I'm ready to sell the other part of the country. You like it, they're going to do it.
Exactly.
That's what the men are doing to all. They say because they don't want to come and then they will say, oh, but you need a party. We're doing the right thing. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like other John went to the place yesterday. They call him Jokai or I know Josiah Jokai. He went to the place and everything. The people near to boo at him.
Yeah.
I want Josiah Jokai feels that he's some kind of important person in the government. So when anything happens, You can just go there, go stand there.
Yeah, this here, man.
Go. Josiah,
See
you
as
can
a
just go, my brother.
yeah. See as a man, the boy is
He's
someone
taking
supposed to
abuse out of
listen.
job. He feels comfortable about it. Taking Liberians out of job. He feels so comfortable about it. Then when you protest, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do they want to hear everything. Threatening people, even though they've got their rights to protest.
Yeah.
But you don't blame that boy. You blame his boss man that is so corrupt.
Exactly.
Woman that has brought untold suffering. Businesses are dying. Poverty is the order of the day. Hopelessness is knocking on the doors of Liberians. But people are going home without food. And then eating has become an achievement. When a person, he or she eats today, they've achieved. That is how low the people from Unity Party have been able to bring this country to. When you tell they say they will tell they get tired. We'll talk get tired. We'll be talking. We'll be talking. We'll speak for the Liberian people. We'll continue to speak for the Liberian people. We don't care how you feel, whether you listen. You don't listen, that it is your business, because if people don't listen, you people are very careless, irresponsible. You are not you are not a leader. You are a ruler. You ruling the people. Leaders are the ones that listen to the people cry. No leader will do what this puppet of a president, incompetent old man, is doing to citizens at the Ministry of Transport. Don't even talk about Salif Tala. That's the worst of all. That boy, Salif Tala, is the worst of all. Tomorrow we'll come back on the radio. We announce Salif Tala number. You're calling and telling say, my young man, we're disappointed in you. You did. When you see him walking there to say, well, everything, he claims to know everything. He knows nothing. He undermines all of his other people. But now he gets in the position, he's desperately performing. Since the man took over, he has changed nothing at the Ministry of Transport. Only thing he does, he brought on board most of his late girlfriends and everything, put them in positions and everything. That's all. He thought he said,
dangerous guy.
Yeah. No. Okay, let's go to the lines and take some of your calls. Then before we usher in our guest this morning, what do you make of this? More than 500 Liberians are going to be out of job because Joe Walker, this is what he wants. 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0880 907 907, 0880 907 907, 0773 419 504, 0773 419 504, 0555 184711, 0555 184711 are the numbers to join us this morning. Let's hear you this morning. Even you are from the Ministry of Transport, we'll also accept your call. You don't need to call your name, but we'll accept your call. Let's take this person. Good morning.
I'm Avin Johnson calling from Tibu, the chairperson for the Concerned Librarian for Justice.
My dear brother, please go ahead.
When we tell people that is wicked, they can be arguing with us. How you look at transport ministry? You take so function that controls data for the country. Then you go to learning people.
Yeah.
Where here all around here. They taking our own information for our country information. Many people in the country, the information, you taking it, you giving it to private people. Only because Greg won't get money in his pocket and you won't put money in your pocket. So, Selitala, all of them people, you don't see him acting like that.
But Selitala looking at some other respect, he's a waste of all.
They get taken and so they can sell it, they be getting money in their pocket. But the people there can't come in. The people get here, they say, walk coming, when walk coming. Now they used to say, hey, small confusion in the country. People say, walk coming, no lie now, listen. Walk coming, they walk enter Liberia, it's starting to. Walk coming small.
No, we're not accept war, but we're telling the truth.
I'm speaking in a term. war coming small, but people not seeing the sign.
No
People
war will
not
come. Would the
thank you.
people democratically remove this government? Nobody go to war. Thank you.
When I say people reach and they say on the centerpiece and
Okay,
no
thank you,
longer.
thank you, thank you very much. We're not support war. Morning.
No, we're not fighting war.
No, we're not for the war. Morning. They will remove the people democratically. Morning.
You getting me?
Yeah, morning. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for having me. Senator Sharif Mani from Broadview.
Okay.
Okay, Brother Sheku, you know, during the election time, there are a lot of campaign promises that were made by our president. You know, these are some of the key messages that the paper trying to fulfill. Joe Biden said it, and during it, he said, places where Joia is from more people. When he tasted power, he will cut these people down and they will go home with their extra salary. So right now, if LTA is taking over transport, LTA will come with a few group of people. Why? Ministry of Transport, a lot of people that are working there, they will go home. And see, it's going to be fair enough for Joe Biden to fulfill his campaign promises. So we, the Liberians, will look for this particular calamity during 2023 election. The boys of Liberia, BSS, Banner S, were all there, both on social media or on radio. They were campaigning. But today, we don't listen to them, and we enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take another person here. Good morning. Okay, this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Sego Sharif.
Morning.
This is the Common Board Chairman. I'm T1P really. I joined from Sokoine District 4. I want to say thank you to you and for your dedication to your nation. But here's the thing. The Ministry of Transport is a statutory ministry that was enacted by the legislature in 1972. By that, it means that the same legislative body can make them to go out of power or function. And interestingly, this is a president that bragged in the past of respecting rule of law, in fact, that crafted or a general arrest, and then in that arrest, the arrest was there for rule of law. How come he had capitulated from the rule of law? All he's doing are just lawless. Everywhere he goes, he just goes on carry on lawless act. How come? Or are you trying to tell us that this president is suffering from Tourette syndrome? A Tourette's person is a person that can just speak words, they don't have control over that word. They don't even mean it, they just come out of that mud when you're dropping water somewhere. That it can happen to that kind of person. So if this president is suffering from Tourette syndrome, it's better to just tell us. Because you can say one thing another day, then you do the opposite another day. Liberians are getting fed up with that kind of thing. Today the parent will say and say different things. Another will say and say different things. He lies more than another. I don't know why he doesn't even know that he's the president of Liberia that will also be telling that he's a liar. It's so embarrassing and mind-boggling. That is the frustration that comrade Army has when you're saying war is coming. Because people, all fairness, we are suffering. We are suffering. And war is not anything that we can pray for. But when you push against the war, and will not pass through that war, they will tend to back by and face you. And I won't go into people who don't live near war, your please advance.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person here. Good morning.
Good morning, people.
Yeah, good morning. Let's hear you, please.
Thank you. My name is Liva and this morning I'm calling from Sino State. Well, people, some of you have taken the poor position, but for me, all the well ministers, all have put up for me. Like after one of them, so that's 17,000 people have many presidents can receive. Let's look, the people not their food things. They will support for me. That Omar said, yeah, it's clear for me the money. Even your father working so that you just forgot the money. That's true. Thank you.
No, my man, don't do that one there. Good morning.
See you. Good morning.
Morning, please. Is it Boyman Williams?
Yeah, this is Boyman. High level power delegation, because it's not creating no more new land.
Mama, where your high level power delegation going now?
You know, those names, I got those names for this government. the government, they never received any low power delegation in this country. Every delegation that come here, they are high power. Yeah, so and the reason why I add into my name, and also going on creating new land is what the president told the difference to the second that go on creating no more new land. So I add that into my name. So these are my name.
Okay.
But since to the talking point this morning, let me say thanks to you and your panel this morning for the talking point. CEO, the transport ministry for me, I will ask the government and the police. Anytime any one of them want to protest, that they stop them. If possible, they kill the house or throw the weight on them. CEO, this government, the people of this country, we deserve what we are passing through today. When the past government came, President, we have said, you have 5 somewhere working. We will not put you down, but we have 2 persons on you to make your saving. But now the salary that you are taking the 200, we take us on the 5 or 50 from there to add it all to give to the other person. People say, you have my salary, I will have your vote. And they went against President, we have for that. But today, this government came, government said, no. For us, we will not add someone to you, but we will take all of you from there and even close the entire area down. And that's what happened today. I listened to the recording and I listened to the post from the journalist. You see, people thought they were doing it against CDC or against President. We are about they were doing it to themselves, and I was holding it today. So, CEO, when they go protest, let the police beat them, and we have on let them go sit down.
No, they are Liberians though. You can't do that to them though. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, let me say good morning to
Edmond. Is it Edmond Kaya?
Yes, sir. Edmond.
Edmond, the people say they will look for you.
Yeah, that I can.
Okay, Edmond, let's hear you.
Yeah, so for me, my concern basically is not because who they voted for, okay? Because all of us saw the writing on the wall. When you have a president that was making his way to the presidency, and then telling you what he was to do, and these issues were flagged on these various institutions. People felt that, no, that was the way that they could go. Yeah. But now we are looking at, why do you take job from Liberians and give it to a foreigner? Okay? Especially it is done the wrong way. And you are giving it to them, and they will have the opportunity to work. Yes. But you cannot take the statutory responsibility for the institution that why it's happening now to popular work and give it to a foreign company.
Yes.
We have flagged this issue over and over. That the reason why this transit management team was not able to operate under President Weah, because they were refusing to only focus their operation on tolling cars and other things. But when it comes to lesson and lesson plate and stuff like that, it should be exclusive with the Liberian people, because it is our record. We cannot give our record to foreigners. But yes, the owners are coming and say no. Only because the two gay.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take we're gonna usher in our guests shortly. Let's take roughly 3 more calls. Hope our guys will bring in our guests, Ben, so that we can have a conversation here. Good morning.
Thank you very much. The media expert.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning to also Labrador family. For the recommendations and Pokat, Robert.
Poka, are you in Liberia? Where have you been? Poka Robert.
Robert. Yes, people know we are on a leadership of danger. They have sometimes but they're very skeptical and proletarian on no destination in their own country. Because the men will even put over the state or not even be stepped, the safe state are protecting him. So speaking, or it's still up to them. We will be redeemed. Yeah, it will get a lesson that we have been taught. Yeah. But anyway, for the recommendation for the public, I'm focused. I joined you this morning for an unknown destination.
On
See,
bending,
wow.
on bending,
Come again?
on bending, on compromising Poker Robert.
Oh, the powerful chair, the elected chair, the undisputed chair. Or the speaker civil rights movement. I'm undiluted salutation. Yeah, thanks to you, Sekou, for the effort you guys always put in the table. But as I was saying, seriously speaking, the action and the decision our people have taken, the political decision have fallen into serious calamity. Someone are led to someone's death, or get really the part of our late father Prince Johnson. It was the decision of the 12. That's why we are happy of that. But we told them, Sekou, you cannot be with a devil that actually is said to be a injured, that he has not even seen one tangible that he has done on his own. If you don't rescue yourself, expect that people rescue you, not we are rescuing, that Labrador will rescue you. They may come to you with a kind of purported manifesto about rescue things. They just follow behind him. Who told you that the political company never keep the we are there? Who told you that they never ask for the kind of flock? But we have denied them. Because it's not their right.
Yes.
It's the Liberian people right.
Mm-hmm.
See what Paul has done now?
Okay, thank you, my dear brother. Let's take this call as our guest, settle in so that we can have a conversation here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, people of Sekou, and good morning to Pembe Topa from much of COP. This is the voice of Mark L. Johnson, and I do call from district number 10, we precise my gate and resident. People of Sekou, for a 2-year experience, they talk about this old man is in criminality. This old man is a criminal. Today, our country, this man is milking our country resources on a daily basis today. And we the Liberians are sitting and looking at this man, we're not taking action against this old man. This old man is taking our country backward instead of moving forward. This old man came on the matter of change. But today, what we're seeing is hardship on the increase today. Today, when night coming, you see a lot of family worrying because their home have been demolished. They don't have nowhere to sleep. They worry at night. Family going to bed with hunger. Then every day man is increasing hardship, creating avenue for hardship on the citizen. It's about time that we come out, people of Sekou. The citizen don't come out to make them understand Article 1 of our Constitution and make them understand Article 7 of our Constitution. This country, we will suffer. We will suffer in the 6th year, and then we brave 2029 to say, oh yes, you will sit here, in Sierra Leone, and announce that he win election in this country. So it's about time that will come out. Thank you for me.
Thank you very much. That's all the time we've got to be here with calls. Ben, we need to go. We have our guests here already, like we've announced, and so we need to go. If we just allow the calls, we will not end the show today.
Exactly.
So we need to go. So we have our guests here, George S. Tengbe. He's the CEO, founder of Liberia Labor and Governance Alliance. He's here this morning. So let's have a conversation with him. He's been pushing some good ideas about some, labor-related issues in the country. Just get them off. Yes. Josh, good morning.
Yes, good morning. It's good being in the Goosey studio for, I think, the second time. So, yeah.
Oh, second time?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it?
It's going good. We are very okay. And I would say Liberia is trending on the path that we did not expect it. But yeah, we are. The labor sector has been, I keep saying, it has been forgotten. And it can never be improved under the administration of Honorable Kopakra. No way.
Are we mistaken? My colleague Ben will come in. Are you still with Stan, or you've been with Stan before?
I was with Stan. I'm the former, I think, SG for Stan. So I resigned 2026 on January 6th to redirect my attention because...
Why did you resign?
There were too many cases and labor practices and labor laws. There are no, but it was only prudent given owing to the fact that I come from this background, so that I could, rearrange myself and set up the organization to start moving in the countries.
Okay. Well, do you still believe in the vision of Stan?
So believing in a vision of STAND, I think STAND is an organization that was created to put the government feet to fire so that they do the right thing in the interest of the Liberian people. So I still believe that they have a mission,
Okay.
and that mission
Do
will
you
be
believe
achieved.
in their vision? I know they have a mission or whatever, but do you believe in what they're doing and how they're going to achieve it? You think that whatsoever they are saying, they're very, it is something very sincere.
There are so many cases Sting has put at the time when I was there that were very, very sincere. So I believe that those cases were in the interest
So
of
watching from
Liberian people.
distance, what do you make of it?
So having followed it closely, to be honest, and I have really been out there in the counties. Like we were trying to organize our annual labor report last year, December, which was published in January, and as of now, there is not much time. So
Before my colleague Ben comes in, someone said there's a bad blood between you and Stan. That's the reason why you left.
I think that person is trying to misunderstand or
But you're proving it on the radio. You're here to tell us because when anything that Stan is involved with, it is something that is in the public. You have all of the media institutions. Ben, it seems so, flanking it.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so you're saying that you are not aware whether they're doing this or whether, so you don't read what's come up in the news.
So last time I checked, there was a December 17th protest, right? And at that time, I was still a member of STAN. I provided my own divided support.
Okay.
So as of January 6th, after I left from STAN, it was only prudent because I did not only leave, but I also suspended my membership. So it is only prudent that
That was so harsh of you.
No,
Why you decided to do that if you only wanted to leave and just have, your advocacy continue?
But
you suspended your membership,
right? Because
that means that you have nothing to do with STAN.
No, because I was very clear. I wanted to put all of my eggs in one basket. I want to have an undivided attention. I don't want to see myself like today. I'm in Nima County, and then tomorrow, as a member of STAN, I have to see how best to find a way to a meeting or try to beat. No, so I'm not getting that kind of.
You could resign, but suspending your membership is something very big.
I don't think it's big. I think it is. It was only in the best interest.
You could resign and allow someone to occupy your position, and they will function and do what exactly you were to do.
So,
but instead of you, taking your membership, I don't know how you see it though.
I see it as one of the best decisions that I took, given owing to the fact that these cases that we
were there issues between you and Moba Molu?
No, there has never been a rift, and as we speak, he is still someone that I talk to almost every time. Reverend Lokin and myself have a conversation almost every time. We are very good.
Do you think they are honest in STAN?
When you say honest, I don't understand what you mean. Because
is it that they really in the interest of the country, or maybe people just want to have a group where they will pressure the government? At the end of the day, they take the personal benefit.
When you say personal benefit, I don't understand, because there was no personal benefit provided to us when I was part of STAN leadership. So it was not about personal interest. It was always about pushing the interest that affect the Liberian people. And like, there were so many cases of rape. There were so many cases of police brutality.
So why you choose to betray the trust of the Liberian people to resign?
When you say that, then I found it a little bit difficult to understand from your side, because I didn't betray any trust from the Liberian people.
But you resigned.
As a matter of fact, I redefined advocacy, but in another sector, the labor sector, and I believe this was one of the best things that I could do.
But you could be there and stay advocate for the people in the labor sector.
No, being there and advocating in the sector, that means I would not. I would still have to provide.
You could even have a bigger platform than what you have, because you have a STAN that has reached that level where people will listen. People want to hear exactly what you've got to say.
So the truth is,
whenever the Secretary General he speaks, the country will listen.
The truth is, where I am currently, this is somewhere that I really want to be. This is somewhere that I find passion in. I did find passion in being an advocate for human rights and speaking for the Liberian people to STAN. But where I am currently, I feel very good, and I feel like
Is
traveling.
there a soulmanship where you think if it is not you, it should not be someone else? I'm gonna let my colleague to come in, but the reason why I've been receiving a lot of calls and some people have some other observations about some people think that Moba Molu is not a leader, and why would you resign? You're moving on your own. There have been a lot of speculations and all of that, and I want you to clear it here.
The speculations has to come about. Let me be on record. Chairman Moba Molu and myself, we are still friends. We still have conversations. Let me be
what led to your resignation?
What led to my resignation was simple. I keep saying this. I had to redefine. Now, there is
so it means that they don't have what it takes in terms of the advocacy for the Liberian people of what you believe in.
No, it means that there are people from the International Labour Organization, from the Global Labour University, from the Global Labour Column, and from the industrial or trade union that I study with, that I work with, that I had internship with before. And they said, George, it's about time that we redefined your work in Liberia. We need to add one pillar to your work. At that time, that pillar was not added, and that is the pillar on child labor and exploitation and trafficking. So when that pillar was added, my work expanded. And mind you, most of the things...
But it is far from what you're advocating for currently.
No, what I'm advocating for is
about bad labor practices in the country.
No, it's about labor governance, and child labor is also a pillar.
But you're so focused on the issue about the labor ministry.
No, because it is the labor ministry responsibility, mostly in these private sectors, to make sure that they curtail, they enforce our laws so that these things can be managed, these things can be eliminated or minimized. But when you realize that source of function from the ministry is not being listened to or is not being carried out, then I mean, it is only important that people like us come at the point that feet the fire.
Okay, let me allow my colleague Ben to come in. Ben?
Yeah. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Chief. Morning.
I listened to you. You said you had some affiliation with labor institutions and they had to add additional pillow. And now you've been a former Secretary General of STAN. And so I want to know what different narrative are you trying to effectuate? Is it theatrical or is there something different? Because like the CEO rightly said, most of the things you said are embellished with instant manifesto, and you being a Secretary General having a very big platform and your affiliates at the level of labor, you could have informed them that, okay, I'm the Secretary General, we have a very big platform, but now you are running another organization. So the Liberian people, they're eager, they want to know what separates the two organizations, what difference are you bringing in the advocacy?
So,
because like we heard, you haven't stated anything that there's no issue between you and STAN, and there's nothing you're doing that STAN is not doing. So we want to get more details about it.
So for the record, before I joined STAN, I already created the Liberia Labor and Governance Alliance. Chairman Molu and the rest of the leadership at STAN knows this. They knew that I was running that entity. They knew that I was busy at that point, but I was still willing to provide my support and leadership in STAN. Given that, and owing to the fact that STAN was generalizing advocacy, meaning testing every forms of bad governance in our country. So at that point, it was only prudent that I support them. But owing to the fact, and
so it means you did not do it willingly.
Do what?
Joining STAN.
When you say willingly,
you just explained that because they were doing so, you needed to join them.
No, I joined them based on the personal conviction. I had a conversation with the chairman over 3, 4, 5 months. I was not even in the country. The Liberia Labor and Governance Alliance started around June 2024. I was not even here in Liberia at that time. So when it started, at that time, Chairman Modu and myself already had a conversation. STAN was created in March of 2024. And I was there at that park when we created this situation for Liberians to see the stand has not.
Okay, let's leave you a stand issue. Let's go to the real issue. Liberians already know what it is. Ben, we need to go now. What's the brain behind the formation of your institution?
So the brain behind this is on key issues. Now, one of them is exploitation. Now, exploitation is the reason why labor economics came into being.
Okay.
It was because of exploitation that we then had the International Labor Organization being created in 1919, because it was only prudent that labor economists and some workers' rights advocates come into being to see how best they can reduce or minimize the different level of exploitation that were taking place at the hands of the capitalists, at the hands of the elites. So that is the background for which the Liberal Labor and Governance Alliance came into play, and not forgetting the open door policy that our former president, William R. Talbot, created. But then that policy still did not, created the situation where Liberians could take ownership of the economy, thereby coming in the Liberalization Act. So all of these things were done because there was a need to, reduce exploitation. Firestone, Lamco, and other companies, workers were working beyond the normal hours and they were not being paid. And these things are still happening. We thought that this minister, owing the fact that he's a lawyer and he has been representing cases, that he was going to see how best to, push that these laws we have be, effectuated, these laws be out there.
What exactly your institution wish to achieve?
We hope to see that our laws is being enforced. We hope to see that in our country, child labor is reduced, given the policies that have already been created by past governments. We hope to see that this Minister of Labor will not only create a budget for the Ministry of Labor that he feels happy about, but it will be a budget that will,
Well, he's not the one that creating it, though. You have the legislature.
But you submit a budget, don't you? As an entity, you do submit a budget to the legislature.
Okay.
You submit that budget to the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance also send that draft budget to the legislature for them to approve. So do
you have a structural institution, or this is just about George Stengber?
No. So this is not only about George Stengber. So George Stengber is currently the CEO and founder, and I serve in a de facto position as the EA.
Where office is located?
We are located on the SKD Boulevard 72nd Road.
I'm asking you some of the critical questions because people need to know. You want to come and
this is very okay for us.
When you are asking people to answer to some of the things that you talk about, you yourself need to be in the red line.
Of course, I agree. And we are located on the SKD for the 72nd row, right after you pass the Zio.
Have you had conversation with the Minister of Labor on some of the issues you've been raising? Because some of the issues you've raised, they are all legitimate issues in the country.
Agree. So most of the time when we raise issue against the Ministry of Labor, let me be honest with you, we have submitted over 20 different cases, letters, at the Ministry of Labor, representing interests of workers. All of the cases, I can say to you, only 4 or 5 that were responded to. The rest of them, and when the Ministry of Labor, through the minister, found that Liga is actually pushing ideas that and showing some of the lapses of the ministry, then we became the enemies. Then we became bad guys. But the truth is, we have so many documents there at the Ministry of Labor. And as a matter of fact, I have had 2 different meetings with the minister that took place in 2024, end of 2024.
Met him in person?
Yeah. I was at his office.
All of the meetings, what did he say to you based on what you've raised?
So the first time I was there there to raise issue about what's going on in Bombing County with Western Cluster, where workers were denied their rights to form a union. And when I went to him, I said, Mr. Minister, these things are happening, and not just these things, but there are also violations of basic rights. Like there is a clause that the company is supposed to provide, support for these people, like the children, through educational programs and policies. So all of these things are coming, and there are allegations that you have submitted someone to the Western cluster to be the new human resource manager. So these things we have to talk about it. So he invited me to his office. We sat down. Then he said, these things that you are talking about, they are not true. I said, okay, but can we investigate these things? But then there was one thing that happened.
Did you people investigate it?
So the Ministry of Labor investigated it.
So it means that you don't investigate things and you just go about it.
No.
Because, for example, if I want to present this to you, I will investigate it and have the facts in my hands and I challenge you.
So what we normally
Why
do
didn't
is
you investigate it?
we investigate things.
So you just hear things by the sea.
No way. We investigate things before going to the Ministry of Labor.
So why didn't you present the investigative report?
When
or the pieces of evidence?
You see, Eseku, in this whole labor movement thing, you don't run. Firstly, one of the mistakes that many times our people make is that they run to the management of these companies. Well, if you want to investigate labor matters, the first people that you run to are the workers, are the community dwellers.
No, but when you're investigating, you won't tell anybody say you're investigating. You are not going to the company to tell them that I'm investigating.
Right.
You use your own investigative, techniques.
I agree.
To get what you want to get.
I agree. But there were pieces of information that we provided him. There were testimonies from workers.
But yesterday he said it is not true.
But what we will not do is we will not disclose to you the names of the persons, like the
no, we don't want you to do that.
So we didn't do that, but we did provide pieces of information to show that, hey, these things are happening. We want you to investigate them. But that was not only the first case. We also sent a letter to the Ministry of Labor. At that time, it was on the Seti Brother case. And at that time, we submitted even videos. We submitted pictures, documents to prove that there was a situation of hazardous work taking place at Seti Brothers factory that is at LPR.
Is that only the institution?
Sorry?
Is that only the institution?
No. So that's not the only institution. Like I keep saying, we submit documents with files. We don't just talk. We even publish them on our Facebook pages. But the truth is, Liga has been branded as personal non-grata of the Ministry of Labor.
Is that where?
Liga.
Oh, your
institution. The institution has been branded as an enemy of the Ministry of Labor. And this is a testament because...
But and I always said this, if the ministry is trying to say that you are not, do what you can do, improve the pieces of evidence you have.
And that's what we
have. They will speak for you.
And that's what we have been doing.
But you say you asked the ministry to go do an investigation. You should have presented to them, said, this is what that is happening here. And you need to do this. You speak with authority.
Seku, when we submitting documents to the Ministry of Labor, we don't just submit them.
Okay.
We submit them with facts.
Okay.
We publish these things. We invite and name the persons of interest that are involved with the case. And we always say, hey, these 2 or 3 persons from the Ministry of Labor are the reasons why these things are happening. Here are the facts. Here are the documents. We want the Ministry of Labor to send their investigators and commissioners.
Do you think you're going to succeed? Before I go to my colleague Ben, do you think with the style of your leadership engagement, do you think you're going to succeed in the fight against bad labor practices and some other issues? You're raising a very good point, and you're pushing something that's very important for workers in the country. Even though we expect the Ministry of Labor to do the right thing, but they are one of the useless institutions in Liberia. Do you think you're going to succeed in this process?
So if we are talking about sources, let me take you back a little bit. We were the institution that took up the case for 65 workers from an intercontinental company. Okay. The people who are building the new Redemption hospital. So
in Caldwell.
We went there, we investigated that case, we got the facts, we got the documents, we talked to management, and we talked to the workers. We wrote the Ministry of Labor, we demanded that they make the management pay these workers that benefit in that extra wages in overtime. And all the 65 workers, some of them were even called on the show if they are listening. All of them were paid. It was through legal, it was through my effort. That was not the first case. Another case where 102 workers, at that time we worked with Stan to push that these cases be heard at the Ministry of Labor, and all 102 workers were paid with the legal benefits. Also, we push our case for the Bedouin student. We also help to advocate for the lady to have a 120,000 benefit. The case where she was involved and she lost her leg as a casual worker. As of current, in our most recent update, is the success story that we got from Grand Bassa County, where 69 workers, almost 70 workers from Sigma Group. We started that case. We investigated from the project site to where the people slept. We saw the well they were drinking from. We saw that there were no safety. There were no safety belts, etc. We took that case up to the company. We took that case up to the Ministry of Labor. The Ministry of Labor will not send anybody there to support workers or to defend workers. So we were forced to move to the company. We asked the company to do the needful. We took that case to so many media stations in our country. We contacted the
do you sometime before Ben comes in, do you sometime when you have some big, some other big cases reach out to Stan, knowing that, like you said, you've had no issue with the chairman or other people in Stan.
Right.
Say, let's work on this thing. It's about the interests of our country. It is about the people of our country, because all what you are wishing for is to see the right thing happening in the interest of the people of our country.
But I just told you that we collaborated with Stan, and we won a kit for 102 workers of the new Platinum Hotel that is there in Congo Town. That new Chinese hotel. Construction worker in a tune of 102 persons. They all got the benefit.
Okay.
We collaborated with Stan. So if there are...
But do you trust the leadership of the current labor minister?
Let me say this. Mr. Kupokra, Councillor Kupokra, I keep saying, he lacks the basic understanding of how to run that ministry. He's a lawyer. I will not argue. But being a lawyer does not mean that administratively you understand the workings of the entity. And also it could be because he is very compromised. And I can say this to him, to his face, like any day, any time. That minister can never, he can in no way improve that ministry. How? That minister has refused. This is the same minister that was in Grand Bassa County when he went to LAC. LAC manager, Mr. Navi, is an Indian man that holds four positions at that company. It's a violation of our law. The minister was in LAC. He told the managing director, say, you have to resign from 3 of these positions. The minister said, okay, no problem. Procurement manager, warehouse manager, comptroller, managing director. So he came back in town, and as we speak currently, I was showing you pictures of the houses that the workers live in down there in that. We were there, we investigated. The man is still holding all those positions. And yeah, you will see here that
show them to your camera.
This is the Labor Journal newspaper. This paper is run by the managing editor, who is called Effective Bay.
So you get your own newspaper.
Oh, this is the Labor Journal, and Effective Bay.
So how do you come? Anyway, go ahead.
No. So I just want to tell you exactly how the Ministry of Labor is now serving as a PRO
for institutions that it's supposed to govern.
Institution that you're supposed to be managing, enforcing the decent work. Look here. If you check on the back page here, you will see a story. LAC embarks on major rehabilitation of rural schools XYZ. Then the managing director of LAC is here. This entire story, paper, from the start to the end, everything is about PR for private companies in this country. And it was in the same paper that the managing editor, Ifejibe, who is a deputy communication director at the Ministry of Labor. So that tells you...
Oh, he owns it?
He is the managing editor, and we have received intelligence that we believe
Labor Ministry.
Who they call Fetcher Bay is the deputy director for communication at the Ministry of Labor. He was the one who chased me.
Okay, the Fetcher Bay. I think he called me before. Okay, go ahead.
So this is a man who serves as the PR for all of these companies. This Thursday, he left from Monrovia after he made this publication in this paper about me, how George Tingler is impersonating, he is not who who he says he is. Then Ifechebe left and he went to Nima County, taking this paper, and we got call from Nima that he was at AFCON to take the paper to this company for him to get his kickback. So the thing is, what I really want to raise out there, the minister has been compromised. I said this before, I will say it again. Ifechebe and the likes of other guys were brought to that ministry to protect the interests of the minister so that this secret cannot come out. But
okay, let me just allow my guy to come in. You'll continue. But if Ifechebe, you are listening, we were advised that you call this number 0770942048. You have my number 0770942048. So we want to get your side of this entire thing and all of that. Yeah, go ahead. Then Ben will come in.
So he was in Nima County recently. He was at AFCON. He went to get his.
You say he went to carry the newspapers around?
Of course, all of the publications that he made.
Is it being supported by the minister?
So if it's not being supported by the minister, how come this man is serving any opposition at the Ministry of Labor, paid by taxpayers? You are being paid by the Liberian people. You should work for 8 hours every day. But the truth is, how can he work for 8 hours every day when he is also publishing this paper? So one might think, where is he publishing the paper from? Is it at the office, in his office at the Ministry of Labor? So these are questions. So here comes the serious issue of conflict of interest. And for this and many other reasons, I keep saying, a 65-year-old man that is already approaching his retirement age should never even be working at the Ministry of Labor, holding such a position and creating such a huge conflict of interest. And it has been alleged, and I have reasons to believe that his name has been submitted to the CSA for approval and to make him an employee of the government. So this is a situation, and this is where I keep saying mismanagement of the labor sector is too huge on this Minister of Labor, and it is only best bet that the minister resign or he allow himself to be dismissed by the president.
Oh, you want the minister to resign? Is that a call you're pushing?
Of course, this minister has to resign. Minister Kubakar has to resign from the Ministry of Labor, or Mr. President, you have to dismiss him. There are too many cases. This man will not push these cases. See what happened in Nima County. African workers went to protest. Now, protests don't just come about. Protest starts from go slow. When go slow comes about, it means there are something called collective bargaining agreement that were not adhered to, and that the company is disregarding certain pieces of information in that CBA. Now, you went to protest. The protesters, they didn't go with guns. They didn't go with knife. They went with pieces of papers, placards, and their voices to speak. So
you said it took guns from some of the police officers?
Yeah, some of the untrained police officers, they protested.
You call them untrained?
Of course, some of the police officers are very untrained. Very, very untrained.
Ben, come in. Oh, Ben, your background is very bad. Go ahead. Ben, come in. But your background is bad.
So basically, you said you were declared persona non grata by Kopakra, the Ministry of Labor. That being said, it means you don't have any fertile soil, any fertile ground to engage with the ministry. Are you planning any civil action, or do you have any alternative path to forge in order to be heard or to push the labor issues that you're revealing?
So I was declared persona non grata by the Deputy Director of Communication, and at that time the minister was not in the country. I believe that he acted in his own power, because he created a scene that over 10 persons tried to attack me that day at the Ministry of Labor. Luckily for me, there was a journalist.
Did you get record of it?
Of course, there was a journalist there from Prime FM. He investigated. He even called Ifechebe, and Ifechebe said that he has never seen me in his entire life. But then later on, in that same conversation, he said, even if I want to conduct my labor investigation, I should go to the concession companies and I should not go at the Ministry of Labor. So that tells you exactly how mismanaged these people are. That tells you exactly how people are occupying positions that they should not occupy in no way, but because of some, tribal relationships, some kinsmanship and XYZ from the political parties and alliance, That's why they are where they are. But that is the situation. But the truth is, we are not going to stop going to the Ministry of Labor. We were there yesterday because there was an anticipation of workers, contractors at the Ministry of Labor that contract got terminated on December 31st, but they are still being owed for 13 months and some of them 15 months by the Ministry of Labor. So they were to stage a protest, but they were called by the Assistant Minister for Administration, and he told them that if they dare go to the Ministry of Labor, they will never be employed by the Ministry of Labor. So he threatened them, and those people were not able to go to the Ministry of Labor. And this is Liberia for you, where workers, Liberians, will think that they can be threatened, and they accept it because this is the man who's supposed to pay their money, and they want to get in the employ. So my rights will be violated because I want to get in the employ of the institution, and I'm just okay with it. But this is
how are you looking at all of what you've said, difficulties and the way the minister is handling and doing things and all of that about the Ministry of Labor? How do you think you're going to have your way through having, that stand to push for the interests of workers across the country? What is your statistics about workers across the country? How many people are really going through a lot, and the Ministry of Labor seem to do nothing about it?
So it is also mentioned in our annual labor report. I will also send you screenshots of those data that we collected. Firstly, let me just say, on the issue of child labor, we investigated over 2,000 plus children that
in across the country, or just in Montserrat, or you have them in counties?
Not just in Montserrat, in Cape Mount, in Bond County, in Bombay, in Nimba, in Grand Bassa. So those were counties that we were able to cover up because of logistical support, for which we are limited. So we were not able to expand to all the 15 counties. But that is our target for this year. So if you have a situation of over 2,000 plus children that are doing jobs that parents should be doing, that is a violation of the United Nations Declaration on Human Rights, and not also that, but also the International Labour Organization principles. Now, if that is the case, we reported that to the Ministry of Labour. We even supplied them with a copy of our annual labour report. We did not receive any call to discuss these things. We know folks at the Ministry of Labor will never call because they see us as the number one enemy. That is not just we also investigated that there are over 20 companies, industrial companies in this country that don't even have workers unions. They have no role.
Is it compulsory?
It's compulsory. Okay. According to Convention 87, 89, and 90 and 98 of the International Labour Organization, and Chapter 17, Section 17 of the Decent Work Act of Liberia, and Chapter 18, these laws are mandatory.
Okay.
And it's also supported by Article 17 of the Constitution of Liberia. You have the right to freely assembly. So these laws are not just myth; they exist. Every worker in a working group should have a representative.
Okay, Ben will ask one or two questions from this point. Let me give Ben the time to ask you one or two questions, then we'll move ahead, then we'll go to the lines. Ben?
Yeah, thank you, CEO. Yeah, Josh, I asked a question, but you haven't responded to that particular question. And so I want to do a follow-up. I asked you about your next approach. You're doing a very fantastic job. You're exposing the ills in the labor sector, but then you find a labor ministry that is not civilized. They're not entertaining to the work you're doing, that is exposing the ills in the sector. On this note, what are plans your organization is now forging in order to be able to still push for the labor sector now that the minister is not giving you the listening ear? Are there civil actions? Are there other means you intend to explore so that the concerns of those people in the labor sector can be heard?
Yes, thank you, Ben. So these are our next form of approach. Now, one would say we don't just work alone. There was a time that when my life was threatened, when I was receiving threats almost every day from folks, I believe folks from the Ministry of Labor, I strictly engaged the International Labour Organization. I wrote in there is a process called compliance mechanism. is on the International Labor Organization page. I also wrote the Global Labor University and the Industrial Global Union. So there are other areas we know international partners that we can write, and we flag these things, and they will write the Ministry of Labor comparing them to do the needful. So in the event that we have pushed these cases and the Ministry of Labor is not doing anything, we take these cases to the media. We will mainstream them, and we will mainstream them with facts. And when we have done that, we'll not only stop there, but we'll write those other international partners that we also support and believe in their good working. They will then compare the ministry. Like I can recall that there was an email sent to the Deputy Minister for Administration, Minister Mensur, asking him questions about, all of the things that we have been flagging. But I do know that he did not respond to that email up to present. Maybe he did, but he didn't leave me in copy. And it was after that that the situation of threats, against my life every day, a little bit subsided, and now I know I can a little bit move around. But there are different channels of mechanism that we can set in place, or we can use, to make sure that the Ministry of Labor do the right thing in the interest of the people.
Yeah, Josh, are you also thinking about organizing civil actions, or the protests, or any form of civil resistance?
So civil disobedience is one of the last approach that any organization should use. And since we come from the school of thought of the International Labor Organization, we believe that we will engage through dialogue. When 2-3 times we push dialogue and this it is not been heard, or our voices are not been looked at or heard, then it will only be the best interest to engage in some protest or some organizing to create more awareness. But that should be the last part of the conversation. I mean, labor discourse does not start with protest. It only ends with protest in the event that rights and views are not being listened to or heard.
Okay, Josh. So basically, when you look across the labor sector in Liberia, currently as we speak in the labor sector, uh, what kind of minister do you think is needed at the Ministry of Labor? Is it the minister first or the problem? If the minister is the problem, what kind of minister do you think is needed at the Ministry of Labor?
So that's a very good question. The Minister of Labor is the problem, but he holds that problem jointly. Why do I mean by jointly? He shared that problem with the president of our country. What do I mean? One of the mistakes that we keep making in this country, Ben, is the rationing of political positions or political institutions because of political interests. You went to election. Take for an example, Lofa County gave you huge amount of votes. So you took one ministry or one entity and say, we will give it to people from Lofa County. That was the same mistake that was done at the Ministry of Labor, because MDR supported the United Party government and that they came to power. So the president rationed that strategic institution, gave it to the MDR political party. When that was done, a minister that is unwise and he's been mismanaged, the minister will sit there and recommend 85% of the hierarchy of the executive committee member at the Ministry of Labor to come from the MDR and from Nema County. That is the result of rationing or political institution or institution of government that should be serving the public. So that is a mistake that the minister made, and I mean that the president made, and that mistake has grossly cost him a lot. Like now you see at the Ministry of Labor, the minister is a Gilman from MDR. The deputy minister for administration is from MDR, from Nema County. The assistant minister for administration is from MDR, from Nema County. The Comptroller General is the brother of the Deputy Minister for Administration from MDR from the same county. The Human Resource Manager is from MDR and is a Guillermin also from the same county. The Assistant Minister on Labor Standard is from MDR or Guillermin from the same county.
So you think it's been very what?
So this Ministry of Labor has been tribalized, nepotized, compromise, mismanaged, and all of.
Okay, let's go to the lines. Our next guest who come in, we have George Tengbe here this morning, and I like the way he's pushing 0773 978 564 0773 978 564 0880 907 907 0880 907 907 0773 419-502 0773-419-502 0555 184711 0555 184711 are the numbers this morning to join us on the show. We're gonna just take few of your calls and then we hear you. And George he's advocating in a right direction for workers across Liberia. You working in some of the areas. Maybe this time could even be the best time that you call in, and then maybe he will get your information and then do further up on what's happening to you in some of the working environments and all of that. Good morning.
Yeah, CEO Segun Shari, the best day of our time. How you morning, man?
Yeah, Chief, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Segun, John, what's up, man?
Yeah, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, this is the voice of Tabu Rasa.
Ah, okay.
I joined the show this morning at 4.4 Zimbabwe, the voice of the voiceless. Look, my brother John, let me appreciate you this morning for your brilliant analysis. Look, I always ask you Segun question, but Segun didn't answer me. I say, Honorable Seku, if the head of the stage is rotting, Segun, what do you expect for the body, the fake body? Segun, answer the question because like people listening.
No, let guys will answer you.
Thank you. Let me conclude. John. Nothing will come from what you say, my brother John, because the president is a devil and he has no solution that you look.
Okay, let's take another person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, morning, please. Let's hear you.
From Cote d'Ivoire in Liberia. Okay, I'm listening to your show. Blessed morning.
You say you're calling from where?
The former teacher from Radio Ivory Coast in here.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Mr. Shiku, this is talking a lot about the street, you know. In my stay about 4 weeks time in Liberia, nothing cannot impress me in this country, okay? The country was dirty, all apart, you know, criminal all working around us. So, I mean, the seniors, representative, all the people, you know, in this country, okay, they don't want to put the country into shape, okay? Yesterday, I was in Douala, okay, coming from Kawen. The traffic was so much, okay? You cannot able to drive, you cannot able to do anything, okay? So we cannot call those people, okay, sit down on the media, talk a lot of things, okay? The country is zero. When you go to Abidjan, you see Togos, okay? You would like to walk, you would like to do things. But this country, the task of 4 weeks in Liberia, the country is just like zero, you know. So if I go to Abidjan, what exactly am I going to say about the Liberian people in Abidjan, okay? I'm just like international DJ, you know, visit Liberia to see what's up, what's pop, because people talk a lot about Liberia, that. But when I came, okay, that's zero.
Okay, thank you. Not taking too many calls because our next guest is already here to have too many calls. But George, what do you do? What you hope to achieve? And seeing the way things are happening, do you think you're going to achieve them?
Yes, Sekou, the truth is, if you say what we have achieved at the
what you hope
to
achieve.
I get that. What we hope to achieve has already been achieved. Through what we started at Liga, today I can say to you there are over 3 to 4 different groups that have formed to create labor exposure. There is the Rescue Guard Now TV, moving around, going to different stores, talking to workers. These things started because of what we started, because of the bold ideas, because of the bold face, the bold mind, the boss to talk these things, to talk truth to our power. So we have achieved. So what we hope for and what we will continue to do is to keep pushing these ideas, and we will keep putting the government feet to fire through whatsoever activity or institution that is there. But so before I go, let me raise this. The Minister of Labor, it is only time that our president, because this is a violation of Section 90C of the Constitution of Liberia. You cannot, the president cannot in any way make Minister Kupo Kra, a senior cabinet minister of our country, and at the same time, his daughter, Colina Kra, a senior cabinet minister. Again, that is a violation of Section 90C. Go and read that. Do your own research. When there are cardinal issue of discussion in cabinet meetings for the interest of the Liberian people, it is only best bet that the minister and his daughter, they will go one side. They will vote on the same side against the interest of that thing. So it is a food for talk. You can
okay, thank you. We'll follow up on it
about that and then see how you all can research.
Thank you very much. We're taking a break to be right back here on the show. Coming up next, we have our next guest on the show. My name is Sekou Ben. We're here this morning. Let's take a break to be right back.
I don't mind. I don't mind if you want to give me a want to use it. I don't mind. I don't mind if you want to give me a want to use it. In the heat of the summer, we want to go home. Today, all we find on the corner, we can be alone. Let us be rich, she took off the costume and put on she was. Have something to eat, have some of this food, all we need is yours. I tell you, I don't mind, I don't mind if you want to give me a voice. I don't mind, honey, I don't mind if you want to give me a voice. Good jet. Honey, don't worry about me.
Oh, yes, indeed. Indeed, this song reminds any one of us. Yes, we have our honorable here now. We're gonna have conversation here this morning. Honorable Sumo K. Molba. Someone told me, they said, you know, the man is the talk of the time. He speaks on lots of issues, even in the legislature, from his district and some other areas as well. We want to say that's very great of him. It's good to see you. You know, whenever I see young people, it reminds me, it tells me that we are not young to lead. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sekou. And I would like to say good morning to our listening audience.
It's good to see you. You one person, I've had conversations and everything. They said you respect time.
Of course.
When you say this time, even though it is difficult, but you live up to it.
And I also don't turn calls. I usually attend all calls.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is it how you've been, or because you've entered into, you know, the public space? So you try to make it to look like you this unique guy, and you don't want people looking at you differently.
No, let me just say this: character really don't change. And what is in you is always in you. There's a saying, you cannot teach old dog new tricks. They already have what is in them. I came from the private sector, and for the private sector, we believe in time, we believe in decency, and we also believe in answering calls, right? Calls that are legitimate, calls that will benefit our society.
But what you call legitimate and that is not legitimate?
One that is not legitimate would be any other call, not in the interest of the people, not in the interest of even you, right? Someone could just get and call you, say, "Look, I need to see you," without any good meaning. So I'm looking at the meaningful one. Yeah.
Okay. So I have my colleague Ben. Ben is on. He wants to send greetings to you, Ben.
Greetings, Representative Smo. Greetings. Welcome to Voice
Thank
of
you.
Liberia.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to start on the note. I want to say thank you very much. We reach out to you on a very short notice, and you live up to it and all of that. How is it with residents of your district?
The people of District 3 are fine, although we may have, because it's a political season, and especially when you are approaching the third year, you just have to have a few handful of people that would not be in your interest. But I think we have majority in our interest, and we have done a lot. And for this year, our focus have been on building human capacity, where we give a lot of scholarship out at MVTC, at the technical college. At MVTC, we give like 40. We also give roughly about 162 scholarship at the various institutions, secondary, university level. Then we also provided our TVEC program within the district. We did phase 1 with 465 inhabitants, and we have now our phase 2 with 321. And the graduation will be the 14th of this month, March. Okay. Yeah, where we have the vice president to be the keynote speaker. And I think our thing is to build human capacity to teach them how to fishing, because if they are strong and know very much how to fishing, they can go fishing up for themselves. So that it help to build up the district as it relates to those needs that our people want. So I think with infrastructure we did a lot, and I think we are in our third year. We need to do more within the third year.
If you say you've done a lot in infrastructure, have you built areas that we don't know about?
So we did roads, a lot of roads. We did market. We also doing the technical college. Yeah, and hopefully by either next week or week after next, we'll be doing the slab to go to the second and third story.
You as a lawmaker, you build roads?
Most of the people will say that our job is just three cardinal responsibilities: lawmaking, oversight, and representation. But I think it grows with the politics that we have now. It cross, it cross.
But you can make it now. You can go run campaign. I tell the people, say, "Oh, build roads, oh, do this." So at the end of the day, it haunts you people.
No, it came from people that have been there. I just coming into politics, okay. And a lot of time people make a lot of promises, and when you are there, you also have to make promises. If you cannot make promises to the people, you will not win. So we did a lot of promises, and we have to execute those promises if we want to retain the position. Yeah.
No. Is it not that difficult to build roads? Because building roads are something very expensive.
No, when we say building roads, it's not about putting quota. So we did roads where we condition, not alpha. Definitely, I'm not the government to do alpha pavement. Why would I want to do government job? No, I can do that.
But even to get the machines and everything a day is very costly. Pay $700 a day.
Yeah,
is something that.
You're right. We have to do that because most of the alley we have, they are deplorable, especially our community-based road. They are all deplorable. We have to make it in a way that our people can have easier access to their community. So I think it's nothing big. Where
it is about the people.
It's about the people where they elected you, and you are making money because when they elect you, you make salary, and you can also use your salary on the people, so to make sure they benefit also. Yeah.
What has been your efforts in allowing the county development fund, impacting the lives of the people in your district?
The issue of the county development fund, I think the law changed, especially where we look at the local government act of 2018. Those that we took from the incumbent, they did sign a paper, and in that paper, our oversight function was like taken from us, given to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And
in our agreement,
in the law, the new law. When I say that, it means that when it comes to planning, the county council is responsible for planning, development planning, right? And they are also responsible to execute those plans that they initiated, right? So as the lawmaker, we have no control. Our only control, is just to like call the internal affairs minister, some of them to make sure.
I don't get it. How will someone take development in your district? You are not aware and you don't have control, or you don't tell them what it is, because it should be through resolution.
Yeah, it should be through resolution because decentralization work in different dimension. Decentralization could work at the community-based level. And we look at district, we have electoral districts. But I think what they did, they tried to manipulate it to the issue of the administrative district. So you have the borough, you have the township that the local
but the
government
township and borough, they fall under the district.
Yeah, so
you have a district and you are the representative.
I'm
of
the
a
representative
particular
of the district. I mean, I have a township. So get that straight. Electoral district is different. I mean, be from the district. I mean, I have a township. I mean, I have a borough. So when you look at the law,
when did that happen?
How can I benefit?
It's a new thing, because I'm just hearing
That's
it.
the law. You need to look at the law, the new law. You have
When
to, you have
that
to read it.
happened?
2018 new the local government UI. But you look at the now
Taking the power of lawmakers, or maybe having
It's-
resolution where
it's
people
in
decide
the
what they
hand.
want.
It's in the hand of the nominating council. When you look at section 2, right, of that local government act, you will notice that the local government, the council, have that authority in them, right, to decide the fate of any other member. And remember, as a lawmaker, we have issue with the council. We cannot take them from the council. The council has to go through voting process, right? Almost
So
like
it
the
means that
lawmaker.
you lawmakers are not to be blamed for developments in your districts or your county.
Not at all, not at all. So now development issue go directly to the superintendent, right? So, but listen, with Moserado County, we have other counties that have a huge amount, right? That those concessions area. But for Moserado, when it comes to the county development fund, we have 186,000 that the government gave. And remember, we have 17 districts.
100 and what?
186,000 for the county.
100. I want to do the calculation now.
186 for the county.
I want to do a calculation so to know how much each district will receive.
You're right.
186,000
divided by 17.
Divided by 17
districts.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
$10,941.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is how they work, right? Because the local government act says that this amount is based on priority. Those selected priority areas.
But it's unfair.
It is unfair because that's not decentralization.
10,000. What can 10,000 do for? Ben, you get what can 10,000 do for a district?
So it's very unrealistic.
It's a difficult one, right? I think all other lawmakers in Moserado need to step their gains up to make sure that the superintendent receive more. Because if the superintendent receive more, he will be able to go to the very electoral district.
And the reason why I'm asking you, Rep, is because I want to get an understanding. You've been one of the persons, you've been pushing for a lot of good things. And I really admire when I see young people doing all what you're doing. 100,000+ is very, very low, even to do one of the projects that you're doing in your district.
Yeah, like
that money is very low.
Like
so what are you people doing to have this thing? Because sorry to say, it doesn't make sense. 100,000+ for Moserado County.
You're
Very
right.
inadequate.
So what are people doing? I want to know the efforts you are pushing.
So this is how the local government look like. Moserado is the hub, is the headquarters for central government.
Sure.
So if you have central government located here, there are things that the government is not doing in all the county. You are doing overhead bridge. The government is not doing overhead bridge in Buchanan or other area, right? And the government is building school here. We have a lot of decent schools.
Okay.
Most of the focus is on Moserado. So it is good to reduce Maserati to a point, because Maserati, the development is based on central government. So most of the local area should be the one reflected in the budget that could receive a huge amount for development. I think it's prudent, right? It's prudent.
But it should be fair enough.
I think, for example, over the years, our government been giving money, right, for district development, and we've been seeing how the guys been playing with the amount. So I think it's prudent what government is doing, right? Reduce the amount, but make sure we have other areas that could open other avenue, like for the social development. We have Western Cluster, we have Bauchico. They should also contribute, right? We have even our city brother. They are all in Maserati. They have to contribute so that the superintendent, right, can work along with a code of officer. So I think if we do that, we'll be doing well for Maserati County.
Are you a member of any political institutions in Liberia?
Yeah, I'm a member of a political institution. I'm from Unity Party. Yeah.
But why is it you've been very critical hard on Unity Party?
Here's the thing. If you want your party to succeed, you have to bring all those ills, just outline those challenges that they can work on. So I'm not like critical on them in a sense that I don't want them to succeed. I want them to succeed. This is the reason why I'm always on them to make sure that they succeed. Yeah.
Wow.
So I have one question for the lawmaker.
Let me just make this clear, right? I think our work is the country, right, and not the party. This political sentiment, if we can derail it aside and focus on the country, I think we will do better for Liberia. Yeah. The question, Chief.
Yeah, Representative Small Molba, you were not a Unity partisan when you won your district as a representative. I stand to be corrected. I think you provide more clarity. Later on,
You're right.
I saw that you won your district on your own engagement, your own movement, and you said most of your work is not really about the party. Why did you join the Unity Party after you won and became representative? What necessitated that?
All right. The district I'm from is a Unity Party district, district number 3. You can do your own firefighting. And most of those that supported me, they supported me because they did not believe in the ideology of the Cuban, and they felt that I could deliver. So I received a lot of vote from the Unity Partisan. And I've been the candidate now. I received some information. I received some discussion from them. We had a discussion, and they told me that you need to go to over. I'm from ALP, and I always say this. Ben Party, and the ALP is not ready for sharing. I think
you say it's not what?
It's not ready for sharing.
Why
we haven't gone through meeting when I took office. We haven't gone through meeting. We haven't had any meeting for discussion.
You mean Benin Area Party?
Yeah, pertaining to the party, right? There haven't been any meeting.
When last did you people go for meeting?
There haven't been any meeting. Is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. When last?
The time we had the second round in the election. So way back 2023. Yeah, way
so
back.
It means your party is just about election.
So the thing here now with Unity Party, because when I
that Unity Party,
so he asked me the question.
He will come to his question, please.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
I want to know more about ALP Liberians are listening.
Yeah, you're right.
So it means that ALP is just about election period. It's not a serious political party where people should believe and listen to.
I don't discuss party. I don't discuss people party.
No, but it is a party you got elected on. Why
I would not tell you. I would not tell you that ALP is a party where.
So why you left ALP?
I left ALP because you are a Liberian, and we have the Uganda law, right? And the Uganda law, according to Article 2, right, is the fundamental law of this country. And in Article 17 says that I have the right to associate and disassociate.
No, so it's true. I'm just looking at loyalty.
If I see progress somewhere, right, and I see efficiency in governance, right, I take my decision.
So when did you get to see progress?
Yeah,
and efficiency in governance?
Remember, now, I'm part of government.
That's what I'm saying. When did you get to see it?
Yeah, 2023.
Because you were elected on a party that brought you. Even Unity Party could not bring you.
2024 and 2025.
But Unity Party could not.
And I said that I was on the radio. I said that the level of work Unity Party is doing.
No, we're going to reach to that. I'm asking you particularly about your disassociation with ALP.
Yeah.
When did you get to see that ALP is not a party that provides governance, or ALP is not a serious party?
All right, because we had a split. ALP during the election, they took a side. You took a side to be with CDC, and the party chairman, along with
What
his
did you
code of
do at that
officer,
point?
Theodore Momo, took a side with the party.
Yeah.
Right?
You follow.
I remain neutral. I remain in the process neutral.
Okay.
Right, until after the election. So after the election, that neutrality had been in me. But
So it means that ALP did not support your victory.
I come in Seku, validating without worrying my mouth.
So it means that ALP did not support your victory.
Where did ALP supported my victory? I spent my own money. ALP never gave me money for election. I did my own money.
You
It
sure?
was just the party name.
You want me to call you on here to ask him?
Yeah, if you want to call you call anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I use my own money. Let me be frank with you. Let me tell you,
So you did not support you. I want to get this clear. I want
I'm
Liberians
not
to
those
know.
candidates. I'm not some of those
So
candidates.
you I know you've been in the business sector. That one no one can argue. You come from the private sector.
You're right.
You can afford.
Thank
you can do whatsoever.
Thank you.
But I want to know, you need a certain support. Are you saying to us that ALP did not give you that full support?
But ALP were not running. You were not running as a
No, it's not running, but to give you support.
No one gave me support.
But you
Nobody
won
gave
a
me
ticket.
support. Nobody. I use my own money on the ticket.
No, leave money. Oh, so it means that you lawmakers can use money to get people to vote for you?
No, I'm not a lawmaker using money to get people to vote.
But
for
it is what
I
you
was,
say.
I wasn't a lawmaker at that time. I was
No,
a
but
lawmaker.
it means that you use
I was a
that to
private
get people to
person.
vote for
I
you.
was a private person.
But you
use my
use
own
money to get
run
people to vote for you.
No. We are not talking about.
But you
voting.
say you use your own money.
No, you say your own words. All I'm telling you, I
But
use
you
my
say
money
you
to
use your
run
own
my own
money.
campaign.
Okay,
How you get people to vote for you through campaign? I spend
So
on
it
my
means
own
that
campaign.
ALP did not support you. I just want to get that
I'm
clear.
saying no. I'm saying no.
ALP did not support you.
Seku, you can't talk more than me. You know
No,
that.
I know. I'm saying no.
Seku.
ALP did not support you.
You disturbing the show. Seku.
No, we're having conversation. No,
You're
they're even listening.
I'm
So it means that
saying-
ALP did not support you.
No, you're forcing happy to
They
support
did not
me.
support you.
I'm saying no.
So it means you use your own money.
But why you want me to say Seku?
No, I'm just saying you use your own money.
No, I use my own kabagi. I'll put it in number for you.
So you use your own money. It means that people voted for you because of money.
No. I campaign.
Why people
I
voted
use
for
my
you?
money to
Why
campaign.
people
I
voted for
use my
you?
money to sponsor my
So
own
why
election.
people voted for you?
People voted for me because what I stand for, what I stood for at the time. And now what I stood for. And you seen it. This is the reason you call me on the show to talk.
Yeah, because you're advocating.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it and everything. So now you move on to.
You're not giving Ben a chance. You didn't give Ben a chance.
No, but Ben won't time. Ben won't time. Ben won't tell you kind. Ben, you want to?
One close that flow. One close.
And they're enjoying the conversation and everything. So Ben, what the question you ask so you can ask
I asked
honorable.
I asked the lawmaker, Honorable Smo won as a representative on the ALP ticket. He confirmed that. And what necessitated his decision to join the United Party after winning the election as the lawmaker of District Number 3. So why did he join the United Party?
And I said achievable rating. What they did, right? Progress that they made in governance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go into this because of the time. Was it prudent to have you? And I'm saying you, and I want to be specific, even though I saw some of your colleagues wearing yellow, dominant yellow. Was it prudent to do that? Are you guys not denigrating, or bringing the House of Representatives,
you tell me,
let me end my word. Let me end my word.
Yeah.
You guys are not desecrating the sacredness of the House of Representatives lower to the extent of the executive. I saw you in yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, yellow is a
You
color.
want to say you did not wear yellow?
Yellow is a color.
Why you wore yellow?
Thank you. Then you want me to answer now?
I got your picture.
Yeah, I wore yellow. I wore yellow. Remember, Siku, we have 3 cardinal responsibilities: lawmaking, oversight, representation. The 3 cardinal responsibilities, they got nothing to do with yellow.
But why you wore
and
yellow?
Let me tell you, I wore yellow. Remember, we had an issue, right? At the first time, I was the one that
And you
allowed.
criticized it before.
I created that line, right? When it came to the issue of the $80 million for the sonar machine. So remember, the one you have is Santur machine, SHANTUR. That's the new one you have. And the sonar machine wasn't durable. The quality was very poor. Because I've been in China, I know you've been in China. I do business in China, I know what it entails, right? And the figure was so high. So I told the speaker then, Honorable Kofa, I said, this is not good. I even told Honorable Fala, I said, this is not good. This is not a good deal. We need to put a stop to it. And thank God, there were people who reasoned, because I was on the radio, there were people who reasoned that when they did their own firefighting, they came in with the new machine.
Change of name.
Durable, good quality, right?
Change of name.
Yeah, change of name.
You are now a technocrat to know what our machine is going on.
I better do your research.
I say you are now a technocrat.
I deal with a lot of machines. I deal with a lot of machines, Sekou, right? You hear
machines in a while.
You deal with electronic. I deal with machines.
So machines in a while.
Understand? I deal with machines, right? Every movie machine. You deal with electronics.
So tell me now, explain to the Liberian people.
I deal with machine. I tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you just wanted the change of name, right?
No, that's not the change of the change of name.
So give us an explanation. The
reduction.
No, now reduction. I'm talking about the technical aspect of it.
The technical aspect of what? The machine?
Yeah, because it's what you're trying to say, because they change the name from point A to B. So you're satisfied with it.
And let me tell you, the Santur machine from China, they are the best machine in China, right? They are next to Caterpillar. And true to that, the figure assigned to this machine is genuine.
So that's the reason why you supported it?
I supported the machine because it was not fraudulent. It was transparent.
You saying the process is not fraudulent?
What make it fraudulent? You tell me. So we can open the
debate. Your colleague Musa Belite said the process of getting the machine was fraudulent. Other lawmakers are complaining.
Billing process.
Where there were no referral billing process.
Okay,
do you support the process where the sitting vice president of the country going to China to have conversation directly with the quote-unquote producer of those machines?
You think what the Liberian people need now? You think
I'm asking you. I'm not talking about what the Liberian people need.
You think it's about the theoretical? You think it was good? You think it's about the theoretical aspect of it?
You think it was good?
What the Liberian people want
now? You think it was good?
Their roles.
No, don't leave the road.
Liberian people want their roles.
No, we'll reach to that. You think it was good for the vice president to go there? You as a lawmaker and the people listening to you on camera and everything, you think it was good that the vice president of the country leaving all of the engagements or everything to go to China to engage about yellow machines?
As a leader, when you have discrepancy in financial figures, you have the right to go and verify and validate.
You think it was good?
Going in China,
I'm just asking you, Honorable. You think it was good?
You see your own
connection he has.
You see your young man is a businessman.
What you call businessman?
He's a businessman
so
like you.
It's not about conflict of interest.
So you're telling me now, if there's an issue here in your studio,
so I'm asking you.
Let me get first around. If there's an issue in your studio, you have something to do with transmitter, right? And you ask a guy to go, and the guy went out there, came back, and said this transmitter is for $80,000 United States dollars. And you know very well a transmitter costs $1,000 United States dollars. Will you accept that figure? No.
So I'm asking you, are you saying I want you to say to the Liberian people, was it something good for the vice president to go to China to do what he did?
Sekou, you know what I came here for?
I'm asking you. Sekou, you are a lawmaker.
I know you opposition. That's what I came here for. So engage you. I know you opposition. I can prepare for you.
The CEO is not an opposition. The CEO is an activist.
You're not well with me.
The CEO is an activist. He's not an opposition. He's not even politics.
Listen, I want to ask. Was it good for him to go to China? I'm just asking you a simple question.
It was not just the vice president alone that went to China.
And I asked you how many presidents went to China. Was it a good thing to go to China?
Who? The vice president?
Yes.
Indeed, Sekou.
It was good, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
So why
So,
you have
cool.
the no? Listen, let me
Uh-huh.
ask you now.
Uh-huh.
Why you have the PPCC?
The PPCC. So
you are lawmaker. People listening to you.
Yeah. So how you think the PPCC work?
You should tell me.
No,
Because
how you
you are
think?
telling me that it was good that the vice president traveled to China.
Uh-huh.
So what's the function of the PPCC? I mean,
So
the
how you
PPCC
think
or
the-
how you call it?
Yeah, how you think the PPCC work?
You tell me.
Right?
You people
How
formulated
you
the
think?
laws.
That's national level. You leave it from here to go to China. If possible, he went along with our official of the PCC, right? The PPCC, right? You cannot
What
tell.
about you thinking about
Have
the
you
conflict
asked
of
the
interest?
vice? Have
Are
you
you thinking
asked
about
the
the
vice?
conflict of
Have you
interest
asked the
because
vice president?
having the vice president on a trip, it could undermine the entire independence of the PCC or how you call them? You what?
You know how many times people left this country, and up to today, we listen to money that just went through. But if you have the vice president leaving from here, his busy schedule, leaving all of those things that you have to do here, to go out there to validate.
So
and
then
make,
why you have a government
and make sure
institution that is
and make sure you get his machine at a cheaper rate.
So why you have a government institution that's responsible? You're paying them. You people pass the law.
You pay them. When they came about with the $80 million, right?
No, I'm not
They
talking about
sat down
$80
there.
million.
The first, no. Let me say, the first a figure that came was 80 million. What did the PPCC say? What were they put?
Did they say anything? I'm asking you, and you still coming back to what I'm asking you. Why did we allow the vice president to go to China? It was denigrating.
Is it not the right of the vice president to go as a leader? Can
Oh,
you
you
go
talking
and
about
validate?
right?
Can you go
Then
and
why
validate?
why you have the government
As a
institution
leader,
responsible?
someone came out and said 80 million for machine. You went, you did the research, sent a team, they did the research and said $21 million. That's a difference. That's a big discrepancy.
Honorable
So
Moliba,
if I'm a leader, I will go to validate, to verify.
Honorable Moliba, why you have the PPCC and other institutions that are supposed to do what the vice president did?
So if you have the PPCC, right, and this PPCC did
What's
not
the
measure,
role of the PPCC?
They did not measure anything as relating to the 80 million sonar machine. They did not.
Because you did not give them the go ahead.
You need go ahead. You need go ahead. I need go ahead when I leave the house to come and talk.
First of all, CEO, I want to just raise a point on the PPCC briefly. The Public Procurement and Concession Commission, Representative Smo Moluba, understands fully that that body is responsible for procurement processing. So competitive bidding process go before the PCC. The PPCC operates that process. Companies go through the PPCC bidding process, and the best company that is able and qualified, scrutinized by law, will be awarded the contract to go and procure the machines. The Ministry of Public Works is the statutory body responsible to provide oversight for the operation of that machine. The GSA take down records of all government machines, vehicles that are moving for the function of government operation. Honorable Smo, you are a lawmaker, a young man, one of us. You are on the show. We want to know why the first yellow machine enrichment had to be Mamaka, Belity, and others involved. No PPCC bidding process. The second time, the vice president goes to China. No PPCC bidding process. This is troubling. We want you to tell us now, has the United Party government buried the function of the PPCC?
Okay, so what he's trying to ask, did they do, the procurement process to know all the kinds of stuff?
You interpret for me. Listen to the man.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So let me just say this. In governance, sometimes the leader make decision prudent for the people. If you have a stage where there have been a confusion in the procurement process, confusion in the quotation, right, of those machines, and you feel that you can help in any way to make sure we have those machines here to score your point. Remember, it's about point. What can I do?
Political point.
What can I do
to score a point? Political point.
Political point, of course.
Which point?
Every government school
Political
political
points,
point, right?
Okay, so
Every
we know
government,
that the
every
machine thing is
government
about political
school,
points, right?
every government school political points.
So
right?
the machine is about political
I'm
points.
talking about the process.
No,
I'm not
you said
discussing the machine.
point.
No. You will not put words in my mouth.
No,
I'm
but you
saying
said
that
point.
at least Ben getting what I'm saying. I'm saying
No, leave Ben. Ben
Sekou,
listening to
Sekou,
you.
Sekou.
Ben,
I'm saying
you said point.
the process of scoring a political point.
So it
I'm
means
not
that
saying the
entire
machine is a point.
is about political point.
No.
No, you said was scoring the point.
The
process. People listening to you.
I'm align it with the process.
Okay.
Understand that.
To
The
score a
process
point.
of scoring
I
a
will say
political
ask you
point.
about the point. Go
Every
ahead.
government wants to score a political point to retain their seat, right? So if there is an issue with the quotation, and I think I have the overall control because I did business in China and I understand what
and we
it
know you
entails,
now businessman
right?
from the private
I'm not
sector.
saying me
Nobody
now. I'm referring to the vice president.
Okay.
Then I deem it necessary to go on behalf of the Liberian people, right? To make sure that we deliver. I think it's in the interest of the Liberian people. What the Liberian people are looking at.
So it means that you support people to violate the laws of our country.
It's the
Honorable
people
people, you support people to violate the laws of our country because the law says,
you know how many
you
law
are government
you are in
institution.
government, you are in government,
Who are in government?
you are in government.
Where?
You know how many law you did that?
Where are we in government? Where?
You are in government.
Where?
I know you voice of Liberia. I know
So
you
where are
support.
we in government?
I know you support.
No, but leave it. I was in government where?
You were in government.
No record where
When
in
you were
government.
in government, when you were
Show
in
me
government,
record.
they were
I
under the
challenge
TCC
you.
law that
I
you did
challenge
not
you. Show me
implement.
record of where I
You
was
did
in
not
government.
implement.
I was not in government.
Other people, right?
So I'm asking you, do you
Because
support
there's
no
no-
honorable smoke?
Yeah. The
Liberians
Coco-
are listening to you.
You
And
ain't
you
about
all-
to
we
go.
have listen. We have almost 3,000 to 4,000 people
Even
watching you.
50,000 people.
No, I'm just telling you.
I'm not afraid of people.
Hello, wait now.
Uh-huh.
They're listening to you.
Uh-huh.
Are you in support of institutions or the government not following the procedure? Is it what you're saying?
When you were in power.
No, not me. I did not work in government. I'm a journalist.
What
Show
I'm
me one
telling
record.
you-
Don't say when I was in power. I'm asking you.
Let's get to it.
No, but I'm asking you as a lawmaker.
Let's get to the policy
Did
point.
you listen?
Uh-huh.
Answer this.
Mhm.
Are you supporting institution or the government to do the wrong thing?
I'm supporting what will benefit the Liberian people.
So you don't care about what the
I'm
law
not
says?
supporting law that will not
but you people are
that
the
will
ones that
not,
are making
that
the
will
law.
not benefit the Liberian people. I'm not supporting something that is just in the book theoretically, right? That will not support the Liberian people. I want to see things that will benefit the Liberian people. If
This is about business
if having 285 air moving machine here to better our roads and our people will benefit, I will support that.
So
I would
this is
support
about
that.
the business interest, not about the Liberian people.
Let me tell you something, right? Everything is not about the law. Sometimes you use covert actions. Covert action is part of governance. Right?
Yes.
It's part of governance.
Yeah.
So
So
sometimes
the covert action you need about using.
what are you need to use it? I'm telling you, sometimes as a leader, you use
points and covert action.
So it means that a covert action you need about using.
what you let. Is that what you talk about?
How is it?
Is that what you talk about?
That covert action you need about
In
using.
policy, you use covert action to benefit the people.
And I already admire you. You're in yellow. You people went to the executive mansion.
So you want me?
Do you know what Liberian
you want me to be in blue or red cap?
Covert operation.
Yeah, covert operation. So you use yellow and everything.
So you want me to be in blue or red cap? No, I
I
won't do that.
don't know what you do now.
Yeah, one upon a time, you say you are in blue with red cap.
Where?
Today's my time. Today's my time to be you got issue with me.
I challenge you to say that. You know, and I like that, you know. but do you think looking at the entire yellow margin in the country, number one, but let's be honest, Liberians, are we gonna get the needed results we need? Seeing political influence, looking at the amount attached to running it, salaries, and some other issues in the country.
You know, I like to be genuine here. I expected you to go directly into the everyday thing where we can draft through the policy area to make sure whether the government
Will come,
will
don't
succeed
worry.
or not.
We'll ask you.
But my thing is this: I would like to be frank with the issue of yellow machine. You can have the yellow machine, yeah, you will have good roads. They also help a lot. right? When you have good roads, there's easy access. People will be able to bring their goods in to sell and whatsoever. Even the issue of energy. If you have energy, that's a good thing. People will be self-employed. They will be able to do business. They empower the informal sector. That's great. And my thing is this. One great thing that a lot of leaders place aside is the issue of job creation. And job creation should be one of those major issues in Liberia. From day one, from the genesis I was born, the issue of Liberian is job.
The yellow machine provide more jobs.
So let me tell you this. I'm not looking at a yellow machine providing job. When there is no job for our people to receive salary, wages, what happened is that they will not afford the school fees. Another thing is that they will not be able to pay the current bill. So
it means that the yellow machine will provide jobs for those of the for those Liberians that will be working.
So when you want to stick on this yellow machine thing, let me tell you, yeah, indeed, the yellow machine will provide informal job.
What do you get the funding from?
Where you get what the funding from? You have budget.
Is it placed in the budget?
You have budget. The machine is here, right?
Also,
remember now.
You're placing in the next budget.
Remember, every budget have a medium term where it shift, right? And at that time, there are figures that could be shaped to help the process. But then we also have the coming budget, right? I think you saw that the president created a committee, right? That will help to at least mitigate the process of construction, road building, and other things. But I feel that with the new budget, I'm talking about 2027 budget, because we have already passed this. I feel that an amount will be placed in there to help.
It is your feeling, but it is not the reality.
I'm a lawmaker. I'm telling you what will happen.
That's what I'm saying. You feel.
We formulate the budget. We scrutinize the budget. It's our work.
So I'm telling you, put this in the budget, knowing that the yellow machine will come.
So why are you so much worried about the yellow machine?
Because I'm thinking about the survivability of the idea that have been birthed by you people.
So you have the committee on that they are responsible for the machine. I think you need to call one of them.
But are you people that are supposed to do their thing? Are you supposed to give money to them? Are you supposed to put money in the budget?
So when it comes to maintenance, I cannot speak on that. How they go about doing that. When it comes to placing money aside, remember, I'm from the Unity Party. The budget, we will have to do something for the committee.
It is in the 2026, 2027, we in 2026. It is in the 2026 ending 2027 budget you're talking about, right?
So even 2026 budget, you remember now, we have time frame where we look at the budget, right? And at that time, we can shift to make sure the right thing is done to empower the committee, or we wait for the 2027 national budget. Okay. And the main thing is this. We are just in 2026. You know, the party have 3 more years, right? So even 2027, right? If the money is allotted to them, they can still do more work. The main thing is to have the machine here. That's the main thing.
So the machines are here.
And remember, the machine is then like segmented into counties, right? So if Maserati need, this machine to do work, Maserati have a budget. The county development fund, they can also use.
But you said they give Maserati 1 year, 20,000, and 1 year, 20. Do you know how much it costs to even fuel the machines? So I should tell you how much I spend on a monthly basis to fuel some of the machines that I have.
So the machine will be operating 24 hours for what? 1 year?
No, not 24 hours.
So if
they're going to be working,
it will be working.
Do you know how much it spent? Do you know how much it spent a day to fuel one of the machines? I can give you a clear statistics because I have them.
I also have machines, so I know.
So you know how much it costs.
Yeah.
So how much it costs? Then so if you want to do that with 100 and something thousand, you have in Monserrato without even carrying the machine.
You are speaking about government here.
No, listen.
Don't
I'm not speaking about government openly. I'm speaking about what you receive as a county.
Sekou, let me tell you this.
You told us on this radio that you receive 100 plus
Sekou, you
thousand.
can't compare your smaller money you have with your smaller machine with government.
No, I'm not
Government
saying
know how to get money, Sekou.
Listen, you don't want
I will not come and discuss.
No, you don't want to us on the radio say
come and discuss with you.
You said
how
we receive 100 plus thousand. What you say?
The government can deliver.
Ain't that what you say? You receive 100 plus thousand.
186,000.
So 186,000
can be used.
Can that even wrong?
Can be used
to do.
Remember now, Monserrate County, you already have roads. I'm talking about community road. You will not go 9th Street to go do road. You will not go 7th Street to go do. I consider as District 7 to go do road, District 8 to go do road, District 9 to go do road.
Also, I
have to be in the rural part of the urban area. The rural part of the urban area is District number 3, District number 4, right? Where you need roads, machine will go and work.
I like, and let me be honest, my best guess on this show is Honorable Molo, but I like the way he's very defensive of what he believes in, and that's the good thing about it. You got to be defensive of what you believe in.
That's part of it.
Yes, but and then you want to come in so that I can continue.
Then when you just laughing, then you got to come in.
Yeah, no. Basically, there are two things I capture. You made it clear the UP covert operation, the VP travel on the basis of the spirit of plan. Now I understand the entire strategy. So that is
covert.
Yeah. So, but let be honest, Honorable Sumo Molba, the funding allocated for the Monserrate County development and like the CEO did the math. The funds highly inadequate, and to operate earth moving equipment is a difficult thing. So what mechanism are you going to put in place to ensure that the machines are functioning? The legal mechanism. I don't know if it's going to be covert or prove a point, but this one has to be a legal mechanism.
I think you have the head of the committee, Honorable Vani Samuka. You can call him to give information on that. But I think you are speaking to a government, a responsible government that can deliver. And I'm 100% sure they will deliver. Yeah.
You listen to that, Ben?
I listen to the lawmaker. He just covertly left that to Brandon Samuka.
Okay, so let's go to the lines. And honestly, he has been able to defend and see and all of that. Honorable, before we go, what do you make of the demolition across the country? There are a lot of people complaining. Even yesterday, I saw senators talking about how people are just, owing to themselves lands and all kinds of things and everything. And the people are suffering in your government.
All right, this is one of the important one I thought that we were going to discuss because I came prepared for this. The issue of demolition, I think there are a lot of things we need to do, not just the issue of demolition. I think we have to look at what brought about demolition. So we look at dual title, right? To have a deed with two title,
two owners.
Two owners.
In a simple English.
Yeah, we call it, I think it's not good. Also, the issue of this land right, traditionally, customarily, right, where the township or people feel they own certain property. You hear people saying, "I own, my father owned from here to Simitobo Estate," right? That's our land. I'm the administrator of that property. I think I listen to the law and other people who try to shift blame on the court. And I would like to say you cannot blame the court.
Okay.
You cannot blame the court. I will also blame the lawmaker, us, legislators.
Why?
We have oversight responsibility over land authority to that of other entity, right? Like the ACTA. I think one of the major issue in Liberia is because of the mechanism we have to store document, to record, right? If you have a record registrar, right, that is not proper, then you have issue, right? And listening to the guy from Land Authority, he said that they are doing what we call the enhanced security feature, where if you have a deed, there will be a stamp ASU within the deed that you can verify with the halogen light, right, to verify whether it's your deed, whether it's legitimate. But I think it's not all to that. The government need to do more.
Okay.
One thing they need to do is to create a robust data system. The reason creating a robust data system is where you file in, like the archive, you file in those documents, right? And it should be digitalized. Where tomorrow, if another D come, when you scan, you can verify from the database. There is not a legitimate database that we have in this country. So because people can just go change D, use the archive, try to change, D's, I think is wrong. We need to have a customary secretariat, right? When I talk about customary secretariat, it's about the chiefdoms, right? The local governance. We need to have a secretariat that will monitor them, that will guide them, right? That will manage how they go about land issue. That's number one. If we cannot do that, we will always have issue. Number two is to create a robust digital database that will have an interface with those holograms that they have on the deed, right? The new deed. If we do that, it will be very hard for somebody to go to probate court to change document because it's already in the system.
It takes time.
Yeah. Then the last one we need to do is to have a database of licensed surveyor. If we are assigning this surveyor to Montserrat County, they should only be assigned to Montserrat County and no other county. When you are seeing in Bond County, then there is an issue. If you have licensed surveyor stationed to one county, they will have knowledge pertaining to that county. So if there is a land issue, if any of those surveyors go there, they know definitely this land has been sold and who was the surveyor at that time. But if you have misplaced identity of surveyors, where anybody can get up, go Bon County, come Montserrat, go Grand Gita, people do things that will not be right. Because going there, you knowingly or unknowingly, you may not know who owns that property because you have no understanding about that county. So I think we need to set up a robust database. This is one of the things when it comes to the national ID card. When they talk about the national database, we need to have a robust national database that will host even land authority, that will host legacy, that will host the national identification process, right? Register and everything.
Yes.
If we do that, then we are reaching somewhere. Let me give you an example of country. You get this in Ghana. You also have it in Freetown. You have it in Nigeria. Liberia need to copy after these people.
Okay, thank you very much. We have as our guest Honorable Moluba here this morning on the show. My name is Sekou, and I'm here with Ben. Together, we're having a show. Let's go to the lines and hear you, Liberians. We have a few more minutes to go. Call us on 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0880 907 907, 0880 907 907, 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0555 184711 this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kevin Sheriff and Ben Tomba. The chairman emeritus. Can you say good morning to your guest this morning? Oh, Sekou, let me say this. I think the lawmaker is mistaken this morning. Because the PPCC is called with the responsibility of procuring for government. So what they call them the public procurement concession company. So if the government is in need of anything, the PPCC has the responsibility to pull up and pay. International pay or national pay. That what it is there for. But for a certain bad president to leave his duty and then follow the working with the PPCC now to go and procure for government, I think it's the second respect of the PPCC law. So it undermines the entire process. Whether it was initially 80 million and again now 25 million, is not the bad president's responsibility. And again, the lawmakers they are carrying themselves too low. If the branch of government are solving making the government, checkmarking the government, then you have a lawmaker, the deputy speaker, the speaker is some portion of lawmaker wearing yellow to go celebrate yellow machine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, CEO, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Bremer William from District 13 this morning.
Bremer, please go ahead.
CEO, I have a question for the lawmakers. Honorable, my first question has to do with the issue of the yellow machine. The yellow machine procurement, do you guys allot any amount in a gun budget concerning the yellow machine? And how much was that money if it was allotted? How much was that amount?
Thank you. Thank you. No. One question, please, Bremer Williams. Good morning.
Good morning, CEO.
Yeah, good morning. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. It's the Common People Chairman and T1P Willie. I join you from Soul Cleaner District 4.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you very much for having one of the persons who will be the cream for us in the indirect democracy in your studio. Here's the thing. It's so sad to have young men like Small Mova who should have been the voice of the young people having in studio and he playing quarterback for this government.
What you want a man to say now?
The reason why we can go to pool to elect lawmakers, it is not for them to be bad boys for the executives. It is not for them to be doing.
But how is he bad boy now? The man is a unity partisan. He said it on the radio though.
Being unity partisan doesn't mean you are now a patriotic appearance. What are all the fundamental issues that you and Ben have raised with the lawmaker institute? You raise the issue of if government creating a para institution that of the existing institution are legislated by even he, the legislature he represents. For instance, the nation of public works have been undermined in the process. I call it the PPCC that was created by a own institution, the House of Legislature has been undermined. Even the GSA has been undermined. Yet this lawmaker institute there have no problem with state.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm Arvin Johnson again, calling from Tuboro. Just for the consent library for justice. So if I want to ask the lawmaker, because they want budget at their pass, they budget at their pass, they get the sole responsibility back to transport ministry to exercise their rights. And the budget is the law. And then the time again, the president also read or letter to get traffic management go ahead concerning the driver lesson and the plate. Is that not violation of the Liberian Constitution? Because the budget is a law, and the Japan is the recent law that supersedes any existing law. So if this not a recent law, the budget of the Japan, I'm begging the lawmaker to answer that question.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We'll get.
You respond to them, Honorable. Let me just conclude. You will go. We have 3 more minutes to go, and you will definitely respond to them on some of the issues they're raising this morning on the show. Okay, let me go to you. Let me hold the calls. We have 3 more minutes. Yeah, what have you to say about the calls?
All right. First of all, I would just like to make mention of one of the callers said that we have those entity that should outline as it relates to the purchasing of the yellow machine. Let me just say this: sometimes people refer to breach of policy, but that's not breach of policy. You have covert action, especially most often is used by strong leaders to deliver, right? And this relates to those political games. So I would like to say that I think the government is not wrong. One thing that we do is to bring those instruments for ratification. So we expect them to bring what they have, the loan instrument, so that we can rectify it. At the point of ratification, if there is any error, then we can come about saying it. But for now, I think the government is doing well. We all need to support the government. It's their time, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Mulba, thank you for coming. One thing I really appreciate, we reached out to you on a very short notice, and you honor our invite. Is there anything that we did not talk about you want to?
One of those things is the issue that we just spoke of, the minimum wage. We did that,
and that was
it was passed. It was passed by the House of Representatives. It's going now to the House of Senate, and we also expect them to pass it because they are all making good salary that commensurate with the standard of living in Liberia. So we need them to upgrade what we send to them. And the upgrading thing is like 143. We change it to 250.
Fair enough.
Then we have $91 and we took it up to $200. I think it's fair for the private sector, and I think that's bravo for all of us, government official, the people of Liberia, and even the president. I think that's a good, if he pass it, will be a good thing for his government come 2029. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Ben, we need to go.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben?
Yes, you. It was a great show, CEO. It's a great show. Hope to be here tomorrow, by God's grace.
Okay. That's all the time. My name is Sekou, and I do want to say thank you to Honorable Moluba this morning for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. I don't mind if you want me to, I want to use it.